Okay.
Over here, by the plant.
And like,
He's gonna think the plant's talking to him. This is great.
and he like looks over and he's like, buddy, I didn't know you could talk. Why you sound like a girl?
I'm not the plant. I was hoping you'd come over though. This is Texas. I'm invisible right now.
All of Texas?
Well, not all of Texas.
Oh my god.
A person. I technically lived there for a very short time. You met me.
I don't need to know your backstory. What do you need?
Well, there's a group of people.
No. Go through the entire bed.
A lot has changed in the past 12 hours.
Good God, man! You have a dangle now. I'm not going to fault you for any sort of like thing that you went through. Your body has gone through a metamorphosis overnight. Please, it's fine. You do not need to apologize. And he just kind of looks at you and puts a hand on your shoulder and just like.
You got a dangle.
Like, all right, you were somebody who lived in Texas,
Right.
and then you
It's
took
not
the name
important
Texas?
though. That part isn't important. This is the important thing.
Why would you open with that if
No.
it wasn't
Well,
important?
I was just trying to introduce myself. Okay, so
Okay.
the important thing is there was a group in here, and now there's still one of them, but the others are gone, but they're coming back, and they want to kill us?
Are they from Texas too?
No, I don't think so. Maybe. But the important thing is they want to kill at least one, if not more, of us, and or do serious harm and damage. So, do
Okay.
you guys have rules or like a safe room?
No, we kind of play
Or-
it fast and loose here.
Yeah, I've heard that. So we should just kind of hightail it on out of here?
I mean, you could fight them. That'd be kind of entertaining. No,
Well-
right?
Am I bound to some sort of thing? I feel like the most responsible thing to do is to know, like, before you put on jewelry given to you by a god.
You feel like the most
Well,
responsible thing to do when a god offers you a gift is to be like, well,
Well,
is
no, I
there a
thank you
user
very
agreement
much.
that
I
we
just-
need to sign here?
I feel like
I mean, she's very nice, but this is no Banyan, the god of the lions. I mean, he's the king of the beasts.
And as Bubba walks out, he goes, hey, man, now I'm gonna get him, turn around. Woo!
Sorry guys, that's Big Bubba. I know, how you doing?
And I'm man, film, artificer, Bob, put stuff all the time.
You ain't fooling? Hell, my brother Cletus would love to talk to you.
Hey, man, I'm Terrell from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they're feeling pretty like people going in.
All right, now sounds good.
I'm just gonna cast in code thoughts to just pull this memory out for later. Someone's gonna want to study.
Are you always invisible?
No, I just did this because I was trying to be stealthy. It's not working very well. I can see
No,
that.
because you're still talking.
I know, I have learned my lesson. I haven't learned my lesson. I'm just going to put that out there. I'm going to do more stupid stuff. It just kind of happens.
Hi, Sarah Power Bottom.
Hi, everybody. How's it going? Hi. I just went straight to the group image. I skipped me because I wanted to involve everybody, and I wanted to show them that they could be on camera at any moment. Hi, hello, welcome. It is Tuesday. It is time for a little D&D here on Indigo Pavilion.
Thank you, buddy.
You're gonna have to forgive us. It is Ulvar, or One Big Uno's birthday, so I want to start this stream off by saying happy birthday to One Big Uno, and thank you for everybody hanging out in the chat. Kenny, thank you. He's so old. So we've got a few announcements before we get started with tonight's game. We have a Discord. Come and hang out with us there. There's lots of cool things like memes and inspiration and fun stuff like that, and the most up-to-date schedule. Also keep an eye out. We've got some fun recruitment posts coming that you're not going to want to miss out on. The Harry Potter was just the beginning. So, and we also have a merch store. Get stuff from the merch store, like that cool mug that Indigo Pavilion has right there. Indigo Pavilion. Do things taste better in the mug?
Absolutely.
Good.
Yes. I just poured water in here. It tastes like whiskey.
Indigo juice.
Alchemist Bender, you're wearing our shirt. How is life when you wear the shirt?
It's so good. Like, people look at me and they acknowledge my presence. It's awesome.
That's
Why?
simultaneous.
Acknowledging your presence.
Thank you. It's because I'm wearing the shirt, not at all because we're friends. Who
That's
are you?
both sad and happy. Upcoming schedule for this week. We've got a lot of cool stuff coming down the pipeline. We have, today is Tuesday. On Thursday, we continue on with our Lost Isle arc. It is called the Eberronward arc. It gives me a chance to explore Eberron a little bit. Right now we had a great big, awesome, wonderful combat session on top of a moving lightning rail last episode that went off the rails. Our Kenny just gave 500 bits to the channel to celebrate One Big Uno's birthday.
Thank you.
And you're getting some DM inspiration tonight, so thank you so much, our Kenny. They love you. And unlock some new emojis. Yes. So thank you, R. Kenny. And yeah, so tune in on Thursday for the Lost Isle as we continue with that particular arc. I just secured our guest spot for the next arc, and it's a doozy. We're going to the 1950s to Area 51. I am very excited. So
That's what happened. We were super late on that raid.
you were super late.
Ooh.
So yeah, thanks for tuning in for that. That's on Thursday. On Friday, we have the last part of our Harry Potter 3-shot, which is going to be a lot of fun. Currently, Slytherin is in the lead, but one of the students has been taken. So there's some...
Sucks for them.
They weren't a Slytherin, so...
It does suck for them. They
For their colors, I support Ravenclaw.
Tune in for some Harry Potter shenanigans on Friday night. Unfortunately, we weren't able to do pen and paper last Sunday. We're not going to be doing it this Sunday, but tune in the following Sunday for pen and paper. We had to reschedule due to some conflicts that unfortunately arose. We don't have anything going on this weekend, but I encourage you to check out any one of the channels in the Storytellers Union or one of the friends of the channels, Wolf Corinne or Icky V. They've always got streams going on the weekend, and who knows? Sometimes I get a weird idea for a one-shot and decide to do it. So you never know what's going to happen. I think that's it for announcements, because that's going to take us all the way back around to Tuesday. Does anybody have anything they want to plug?
No, you go first.
Mine was just like saying a thank you to everyone in Discord that gave you a whole lot of love for my birthday, and I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Aww.
Nice.
You can hang out in the Discord and wish people happy birthday. It's pretty great.
Yeah, and there's gifts.
So many.
There is gifts. The gifts are the gifts.
The gifts
Yeah.
keep on giving.
Yep.
Unless you call them GIFs, then you can't join us.
That's
true.
I gotta
Goodbye, everyone.
Season reps.
I was just going to say that the Instagram that you tried to plug last week is up and running.
Yay!
It's called it's Chefin' at Home is the name.
Chefing at home. So check it out. Alchemist Bender is one of our favorite chefs and comes by and makes delicious food. You can also listen to Wanderlust, an exploration of wild on the podcast. Last week's episode, life got in the way. There's no other way to describe it other than like life got in the way. So this week's or last week's episode is going to be a little late. It'll be uploaded at the end of tonight's episode. So I think that's it for announcements. I think that's it for upcoming schedule and plugs for different projects and things of that sort. Once upon a time, in Wanderlust, the group made some friends. After some of them went and had a little bit of a brawl by the temples, they all managed to come back to the Cedar Hearth and Home, where it was story night. The group made some fast friends with a lot of the hunters that had made themselves home at the Cedar Hearth and Home. There were some revelations that took place privately between characters in terms of we learned that someone has some late book fees that need to be paid somewhat soon. Others had an interesting encounter. Zara and Dev had an interesting encounter with a book that seemed to contain the personality or remnants of their mother who had passed. And they had a conversation with her, but it seemed a bit taxing on her. There were some odd pictures drawn or captured inside of the book that even though the mother claimed that this was her diary and a collection of her thoughts, the mother had no recollection of these particular ominous-looking pictures in the book. Meanwhile, Aelin, known as the Healer, became fast friends with a bunch of the hunters who all have various ailments and things going on with them. Simon and Ulvar told some pretty amazing stories and endeared themselves to a few of the hunters. In particular, Ulvar being given a special soul-bound bow by a retired hunter who had seen the last of his days, hunting days behind him, and Simon making friends with a revered member of the guild who has yet to reveal his identity. The group had another group of individuals that were in search of Alatrion, who demanded to speak with him, and the hunters promptly took them out and beat them like they stole money from them, pushing them away and adopting this group as honorary members of the Hunters Guild. Later that night, as the groups decided to retire for the evening, Alatrion and Zerafina had heard little tips at the window as little rocks and pebbles were hitting the window. Alatrion went up to the roof of the inn tavern, where he had an encounter with a falling star, and that is immediately where we are going to pick up. The rest of you have decided to rest, so the rest of you can mark down a long rest for the evening, if you're not going to take watches or anything of that sort. Alatrion, you have had this encounter up top of the roof. After this encounter with this other individual, there is a tiny flash of light, and this individual is gone.
Start heading back downstairs, I guess.
Sure. At the 10-minute mark, I imagine you're chomping at the door.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'd be... which way did he go out? He went out the window or he went out the
stairs?
The stairs.
Yep.
Okay, so if it's been 10 minutes, I'm running up the stairs, so I probably meet him on the stairs.
I'd say you'd meet him on the stairs. Yeah,
Okay.
you two would almost bump into each other.
It's been 10 minutes.
It has been 10 minutes.
Yes, what happened? Are you okay?
Yeah, I mostly. There's some weird words up there. Written. Somebody talking about arson. That seems strange to me.
There's words on the roof.
There are. Do you want to see?
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, you head up to the roof, and there looks to be as if someone has just sort of carved words in the dirt and grime, the normal things that you would find on the roof, but it's various words. The last of them, the first and most prominent of the words being arson, ?
What does it mean?
Arson is when somebody
write
lights
them? You
something
need
on
to
fire.
explain all of this.
Arson is when you
Well,
light a
I
building
know
or
what
something.
arson means.
Well, then why are you
I
asking me
just-
to explain it? Can I have my book?
Was there a person here?
No. I was here.
A person other than you? Did you see someone write this?
Did I see someone write this?
Adrian's not Fey, but he's Fey adjacent.
His player is Fey adjacent.
Yeah, I was like, man, I can't do that, can I? I'm not completely sure what happened.
Okay, so you just walked up here and there were just words on the roof.
I mean, we're gonna have words on the roof. You don't stop interrupting me.
Oh.
Do you want to know or not?
I want to know everything!
I came up
Yes.
and I had A visit with someone who I think is an old friend of mine.
You're not sure if they're an old friend? So it's someone you knew, but you're not sure if they were friends with you or not.
We were friends.
Yes.
I'm just not really sure how he was here. Is really the issue.
Oh.
So I'm not like 100% sure like it was him.
Oh, so you know it was
I'm
a friend, you just don't know if it was actually your friend or somebody else that was impersonating your friend.
Yeah.
Okay. And they wrote the words?
They did, yes.
Yes. And I mean, obviously I know what arson means, but what is the general gist of, can I read all of these words, like everything that's said, or is it just arson? I don't even remember what was said.
Most of them were scuffed in terms of, like, I'm going to mess this up to write the big thing.
Got it,
In the grounds. The last one, the most prominent of them I'm going to give you is arson,
Okay.
question mark.
So why arson?
He said he was here to help.
With burning things down?
Well, he said he was here to help, and then I started listing all of the things that have gone wrong since we got here, which, as you may recall, is a lot of things.
Right.
And then he wrote arson. So
his solution to solving things is just burn them down?
That's
Who
normal.
says that?
That, I mean, it's just what he does.
Right, okay.
That's his go-to solution, which, in the past has mostly worked.
Right, okay. So is your friend coming back to burn something down soon? Is that how your friend helps? Is through arson?
I mean, it would be very helpful
Well,
for some of the people.
depends on what's being burned down, I suppose. All right. Do I need to be worried? Should we share this with everyone else?
I mean, we can.
Okay. Your friend just came by to say hello and I want to burn things down?
Yeah, that's what
Like,
friends...
hi, I haven't seen you in a while?
Do your friends not do that?
Well, not generally.
Mine do.
One thing in particular.
Okay. Well, it's nice. Maybe next time he, she, them, I don't... He stops by, you can introduce him. And say
Maybe.
hello.
Well, yeah.
Okay. All right. I guess I'll head downstairs.
Great. Great. You all head to the roof. As you walk downstairs, you would have to walk past the lobby, where it seems like there is an individual who's in talks with your resident innkeeper. He is leaning somewhat close, but you could bypass the entire scene altogether. Give me a perception check as you walk by.
Keeping those high rolls, boys. 5.
That's an 11.
Oh, cool. Yeah. He's just leaning close, and it seems like they're engaged in a bit of conversation. You see a tiefling, red-skinned tiefling, who's in talks with the individual up at the front of the desk, and they're just engaged in a bit of conversation. There are still a few hunters left having a bit of conversation, but Hamflo seems to be just talking with him.
How often have I seen red-skinned tieflings?
You see one
Most of
every
your
day.
life.
No, I know. Other than that
Every
one.
day when you wake
no,
up.
No,
you know?
seriously. Like other than that, because I know him and I know my uncle. Are
Here
there
in
a lot around
here in the Clovis Concord, you're going to see a lot more than you would anywhere
Okay.
else. Depending on where you travel here within the realm, you're going to see them. So it's
So it wouldn't stand out to me
no.
that much. Okay.
He's just engaged in conversation with Hamful.
Okay. Were you going to stay down here? Were you planning to go up and sleep?
Oh, I definitely would like to go to sleep.
Okay.
As you can see, I'm a little in need of sleep.
I noticed.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
All right, the two of you head up to your room and settle down for a long rest. Everybody has a long rest. Yay! And then you wake up.
So rested.
And much like in life, it's an abrupt wake up call for some of you, and for some of you who are morning people, you're already up doing katas and exercising and things of that sort. So as you
Are
all
you a morning person?
Mhm.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Then I won't bother you.
Okay. All of you begin to wake up at various times and get dressed, and There is no breakfast service, or unfortunately, or anything of that sort. However, there are a few individuals that you would see them as they wake up and kind of go to the lobby, hung over. There is an individual outside with a cart, and it looks to be a human who is just sort of selling things out of this cart. It looks like some mixture of bread, meat in bread here, and a lot of the drunken sort of hung over hunters from the night before are buying. It's bread and meat, and on a stick, and then so. And this person knows to set up shop here in the mornings around this time. So.
Alan would have come down and followed the crowd.
Yeah, it's a copper piece. It's a copper piece to just grab, and the he sells you, and it's good. The meat is unidentifiable, as most of these carts, tend to sell. But it's good. It tastes really good.
Well, I might want to find fruit.
One
I
for
don't
Uvo,
usually have
one for
meat for
Ailey,
breakfast.
and
I mean, I can, but is there fruit anywhere?
Give me an investigation check.
Oh. Get that. Well, 9. Okay.
Yes, I would say with a 9 it takes you a little bit, as most individuals are sort of blocking the way.
Bacon's the fruit of the farm.
no, this is an excellent point.
That's the quote of the night. Bacon is the fruit of
It's
the
my
farm.
next favorite shirt.
So confused.
Life needs things to live. Bacon's the fruit of the farm.
Ew.
Sure, Sarah. I'll say, Zara. I'll say this: as they're eating their breakfast, sort of traditional thing. You not too far away, about 3 shops down, you find a very quaint tea shop. The tea shop is selling the tea and some healthier options when it comes to breakfast and things of that sort. So for 3 copper pieces, you are brought over what looks to be porridge, a bowl of porridge and a bowl of fruit, of mixed fruit that you
Then
can sit
I'll
in.
bring mine back to where everybody's eating and explain all the benefits of having porridge and fruit for breakfast.
Sorry, can't carry you over the bread and meat.
Right, but I'm not going to be hungry in 2 hours.
Now, there has to be a little bit of health benefits to preferring fruit and this porridge.
Yeah, but when we are going hunting, we need to carbo load.
I understand this, but when you're out and you're foraging for food, you need to have something, right?
Right, like a rabbit or...
But if you've not found something...
Why do you need to
Foraging,
forage?
though,
There's
you're
food.
usually
Yeah, we are in the
having
city. We don't need
vegetables
to
and
forage.
roots and
Well,
fruit.
well, of course.
We're
but-
foraging, we're just also giving them money.
But you are foraging from a cart, and she has foraged for a place that is more...
She foraged from a stationary cart, also known as a store.
Yeah.
Now, I appreciate what you are trying to do.
Thank
but
you.
I prefer the eating the sandwich.
See, he agrees with me.
But I also prefer to eat this.
Oh, well,
Dev, a very tired-looking handful before he retires, and as you wake up in the morning, he'll motion you over towards
Alright.
him.
I wanted to pull you aside because your brother came here last night. Do you have a brother?
Maybe.
Oh,
I have a
you know what they say,
Step.
snitches get stitches, so I didn't say anything. However,
Hamfo goes, he gave me in explicit instructions that if you were staying here, to try to get you a message. That he is staying at an inn by the docks. And Hamfo gets the small piece of paper where he seems to have written all this down. He goes, he's staying at the Rock Bottom Tavern.
wait, am I hearing this?
No, you're eating fruit outside in porridge.
I thought I was with the group. He's
Yeah,
separate.
we're
Yes,
outside.
you're outside. Deb was
okay.
like
Deb
motioned
was
over.
her.
All right.
Deb was motioned over.
Sorry.
None of us are with him.
he said he would give me a reward, but like I said before, I don't sell out my patrons that easily.
Can you describe him for me?
I assumed you were related. He was a red tiefling.
That does not help.
No,
Actually.
he had the same markings.
That really doesn't help.
No, The markings, the light.
No, I know what I'm very aware that I have those. Yes.
I was confused. I was like, have you never looked inside of a mirror? No, he had the same sort of markings. He spoke of you quite fondly. Spoke of a bit of your background, growing up together with you.
Did he give a name?
Oh yes, and he pours over the notes. His name is Kaizon. So to ask for Kaizon at the inn, the rock. But I would not go there if I were you, but go with
there.
friends. But, oh, fine then. Go to the Rock Bottom Tavern and ask for Kaizon. And should I see you and wish to make a little coin, I could also report that I've seen you, and there would be a reward. So he very desperately has to share some sort of correspondence with you.
Okay.
Okay.
I have no idea who this person is.
Wonderful. Intrigue.
I'm getting food.
Okay.
I'll leave.
Yes. There's meat and bread outside.
Sounds amazing.
Grab me one.
Okay.
Okay. Hi, DreamGirl42, and thanks for the follow, Rubiar. So, welcome. Yep. You guys all have breakfast? Good? What are we doing with our day?
Do you take one?
Are we?
I get one for him. Yeah. I'll bring one back. I said I would.
We have to sell a statue.
We have to go over to the Temple of Melora and deal with this hunting scene.
Oh, that's right. We have to do that too. Maybe we can sell the statue on the way.
I was thinking we should probably pick up some healing potions if we're gonna go fight something.
So we go through the beaded district, we pick up some potions, sells the statue, meet up at the temple, and off we go.
Sounds good.
Are there any trees nearby?
Sure. Give me an investigation check as you are looking around for trees in the area before you.
That is going to be a 9.
A 9. There are some trees and things of that sort scattered around Beaded Alley, and as you walk around in the morning, sort of stretching out, getting the cobwebs out, yeah, you see a couple of trees and some shrubbery, some nice shrubbery, not too expensive.
Of course, perfect. Just need something high enough that's above the building top so I can see.
Oh, okay. A lot of the buildings are not too high, but you could conceivably climb this tree. Give me an athletics check.
Well, this is more just I want to see if there's branches that are growing from the tree that exceed the height of the buildings.
Sure. Yeah, I would say you'd find one tree in particular. It looks very sturdy, and the branches extend over the tops of the buildings.
So all Ulver's gonna do is he's just gonna grab his necklace and he's just gonna bow his head for a second. He's gonna pull an arrow from his scabbard.
Okay.
And just pantomime pulling an arrow through a bow.
Okay.
Just to see how this bow works.
Do you get the bow in your hand?
Okay.
No.
So basically what you do is you climb up to the top of the tree.
He's just gonna stand in the street wherever he can see a limb.
Yeah.
And then just be like, all right, I'm gonna try to hit that limb and just release an arrow.
Okay. So here's how it works. You mime pulling back an arrow. And it doesn't shoot like a spectral arrow.
Sure.
It's not how it works. So instead, it takes you a second to get the hang of it.
Right.
And essentially what you have to do is think more Star Wars. It's reaching behind you and feeling the bow in your hands, pulling the bow out, and it manifests.
Sure.
Okay? But when you drop it, the bow just falls to the ground, but before it hits the ground, it's gone. It disappears.
So it's more like him testing the capacity of it. So it's like, does this work?
Right. So
Sure.
you just take some time to learn the specifics of it.
The art.
The arts of the soulbound bow.
Sure.
So it's nothing fancy, it's nothing flashy, but essentially this bow is, while it's in your hand, it's yours and it's there, but it is soulbound to you. It can't be given away. It can't be thrown away. Like it's there.
Gotcha.
As we're walking, I want to find him because I want to ask him about the bow because I would have noticed that his bow was gone. Right?
He's going to be really easy to find because right before you guys start walking, he's going to climb into a tree and spend a few minutes just practicing pulling this bow out.
Can I climb up the tree beside him?
I need an athletics check from you, just for fun.
See, I always forget.
For funsies.
Like, ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not something I'm good at. Let's
That's
do this. Like, fool
Right now,
myself.
not me either.
Oh yeah, no, that's ridiculous. That's a 2.
Wait. Hang on. Don't you stop it. You shut your mouth. What was your athletics check?
13.
13. You climb up the tree, and immediately fall backwards,
Can I do
and then
acrobatics?
decide to fly up to where he is, using your wings. Flapping up. So right there next to you is a very inquisitive-looking Serafina.
It's low hanging, so we're okay.
Yeah.
Hello.
Did you have trouble your first go around trying to get to the branch?
Well, I thought I'd be good at climbing trees. Apparently, I'm not. I haven't actually. I mean, I used to climb trees growing up, but the trees were different. Plum trees are easier to climb.
Well, do not be dismayed. I was quite taken back by the fact that I was having trouble with the tree. I tend to stay on the ground.
Yes. What happened to your bow?
I have my bow.
Well, that's not your bow. The other one.
The one that I had tossed aside.
The one that you had, and then you didn't have it, and then you had this one.
When you will understand that when your God calls upon you to perform
Yes.
in a certain way, you need to answer the call.
Your God told you to get rid of your bow.
It was a test, I believe, of faith that Moradin had told me to cast my bow into a forge of fire.
Oh.
And without question, I listened.
That's admirable. I'm not sure I could have done that.
But would you not, if your God had asked you to give something up that you have created, or perhaps a spell that you had conjured?
Well, I don't think I'm quite as in tune as you, maybe?
But if it were, you would have, yes?
I suppose that it might be something to have enough trust and faith to do something like that without questioning it. And that's an admirable thing.
And I suppose you might be right. I had crafted my bow with my hands, with my own chisel and hammer. But Muradin had answered my prayers to tell me to cast into the fire. He chose me on that day. Like your gods will choose you upon your day. Be ready.
Well, I'm glad you still have a bow.
He's gonna reach back and he's gonna pull it, and he's gonna look at it.
No.
And I am glad that Muradin chose me.
While Zera and Ulvar are having this conversation, what's everybody else doing? What are we looking for? While the two of them climb a tree and just kind of have a talk. Like, Alex is just looking straight up.
Like, what's happening? Are we leaving?
Are we all supposed to go?
I'm not climbing that.
That branch can't bear much weight.
All right. After their conversation, there's a.
I mean, if I'm sitting down there, I would totally pull out my new staff of bird calls.
All right. What bird call are you making?
I'm listening.
Pigeons.
I'm finishing my food if I see him do that.
Just like I just imagine him like smiling and just being like.
So I would do an owl's hoot and just have owls swarm where they're sitting.
Well, I have to do that. Okay, it's daytime. There's not and so you do this. An owl flutters over as you do the whoo 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 whoo. This owl looks beat to shit. This owl looks like it belonged to somebody, and it's just like was not taken care of. But this owl kind of flies over to you, and like one wing is working, so it's moving in slow circles as it like flies and stuff. But it flies over to you, and it just looks like, to use a southern axiom, it looks older than water. Like it looks like some of the feathers are falling out, but it just so far that's the only one that comes over, and it just kind of lands on your shoulder, and it's.
I would look at Simon and go, I think it's broken.
No, the staff worked.
Ooh.
It was supposed to call like a bunch of owls, not one that was almost dead.
Well, give it a moment.
Ooh.
Maybe more will come.
If I feed it, will it leave?
Yes, that's usually how that
I have an
works.
offer, but my breakfast is gone.
I'm gonna pull like a small piece of the rando meat that's on my sandwich.
Give me a deck save.
I would do it open-handed because I am familiar with animals.
Give me a deck save at advantage.
Clip that, please.
16 plus
Okay.
1, 17.
Yeah, it's like really get this number because this is
This is key.
at 17 you die. Like, I'm sorry.
But it's not my birthday.
No, you manage to kind of hold the hand out a little, and he bends down and picks it up, and the bacon in the mouth, and it's just like, but as it's eating it, like the bacon falls out, like, but it keeps chewing, and it just stays on your shoulder.
It would appear you have a new friend.
Not for very much longer.
Are you to fly down up there? You need to get going.
And he's gonna climb down.
Just I'll fly down.
Okay, great. What are we looking for? Are we headed straight to the temple? Are we looking for someplace else?
We would try to
Yeah.
sell the statue, buy some potions
We were
on our way.
Yeah, we were on the border. Our inn is on the border between the Tumble Downs and Beaded Alley, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so Beaded Alley would be the place to sell this thing. Right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. What kind of shop are we looking for? There are a lot of different shops, and as it's morning, a lot of these places are starting to open. Beaded Alley, you're looking for. There's a lot of thrift shops, sort of mom and pops. Yeah.
Before we left the tavern,
Okay.
or the
Ticket.
yeah, that place.
Trip in the Wayback Machine.
Yeah. Before we left there, if we had already discussed, which we had at breakfast, I would have looked for one of the hunters that I made friends with the night before. Perhaps,
Dakin?
Dakin. Yeah.
Right.
I would look for Dakin. And
Dakin is
ask-
having some bacon in the corner.
Breakfast bacon.
Some steak and bacon.
Hi, how are you feeling this morning?
Here they are. The lights are bright.
Yeah, that happens. So we have some trade that we wanted to do today.
Oh.
Yeah. Do you know anyone who might want to buy a small statue?
What's it do?
Oh, that's not my department. I just know it's a small statue and I don't need it.
Find out what it does. I can ask around.
What if it's like made of a precious metal?
No.
No.
Most of our belongings we carry with us. We go to the next town, and so if the choice is carrying a statue, or another dagger, or some other weapons, or a pelt, things of that sort. I mean, we have a fence, but I don't even know if he buys. Most of the time, it's animal furs, unique items. We sometimes sell body parts to members of the Cobalt Soul or other unsavory organizations that need body parts.
Do you know where I might buy some healing potions?
Sure. He goes, I'm not here often, but I do know a place. He is going to point you towards the store. He goes, yes, go here because even though the individual that runs it is a bit odd, he sells it fair. You're going to look for Dread, Wrath, and Beyond.
Oh my gosh.
And he points you towards the small corner. He's like, the door is not marked. There is no signage. You will walk down a small alleyway, and you'll see at the very end of it a wooden door that's a different color. It's discolored. It's red. While the remaining doors in the area are just a sort of a plain wooden door. But knock 3 times. Tell them I sent you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Does he buy things as well? Can I check there?
Oh yes.
Okay.
He likes the shinies.
Well, it's shiny.
Yes.
Okay, so I would have relayed that to everyone.
Okay.
when it says the golden statue with the skull is not magical, is it a golden statue that's combined with the skull, or is it there a skull and
It's
a golden
in the
statue?
box. It's a golden. It's like a skull, but it's got this ring around.
Okay,
it.
so it's all one item.
Here.
It's all one
Okay,
item,
got
and the skull spins. It's some weird mechanical It's a spinner skull.
Not that. It's this. It looks like
Yeah,
this.
Think much bigger,
But much
but like the skull will
Super
spin.
impressive.
Much bigger.
Yep.
Got it. Okay.
Pretty.
All right, cut back to the scene before. Are we looking for Dread Wrath and Beyond?
Yeah, if Aelin's mentioned Dread Wrath and Beyond, I'm like, well, now we have to go.
Yeah.
And at any point, trying to honor Morden by hunting.
Sure.
We were just hunting.
You're just anxious. You're at the.
Yeah, he's
you're
just like,
you're
I
chomping
got a
at the
new
bit.
toy, no
You got. I got to do
What's the
this.
same promise?
Yeah, you head over to the door.
Mm-hmm.
Give it a. Do you knock?
3 knocks.
3 knocks. Boom, boom, boom. A human comes out. This guy looks pretty well kept. He's got a white tunic, black pants. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
My name is Ulva.
Lovely weather.
I'd like to talk to you about this very specific, special
Oh, I.
statue.
Yes. We don't sell statues.
But it will change your life.
Hi.
Hi. We were wondering if you might want to work in some trade today.
Oh, yes. We do appreciate trade. Unfortunately, we're closed.
Oh, well, Dakin sent us. Right? Dakin?
Yes.
There's a brief pause, and he goes, ha ha ha, terrific. And he'll take a few steps backward.
And just immediately.
I'll just start to walk in. I'll follow him.
Okay. As you come into the space, you'll see a few other individuals, like a half elf who's over in the corner, sort of perusing some wares and things of that sort. This place is chock-a-block with potions. Each potion is attached to a chain that's hanging from the ceiling. So when you look at the potions, you're actually seeing some of the potions are dangling over the cauldrons where the potions are being brewed, so where you can actually see the ingredients that are being used for the particular potions. It's not common to see this, because if you don't know who's in the store, they could slip something in, they could ruin the batch and things of that sort. So the human man comes in and he goes, Dakin sent you!
Yeah, he said that you might have some healing potions and that you like shiny things. I'll pull out the statue.
The illusion drops. And one of the goblins at the top of this 3 goblin statue goes, mine, give.
People do the trade first, yeah.
You see all 3 of them jump off of each other's shoulders.
Goblins in a trench coat.
Jump off of each other's shoulders, and you see the one in the middle go, we talk trade first, then we get the statue. And there's a kind of a squat one that just sort of like walks over, doesn't really say anything, and just goes and stands by the door, and then walks up these little makeshift steps and just is looking out this little porthole, while the one that was at the very top that tried to grab the statue is just sort of walking around the store, looking at people, making sure that they're not stealing anything. And he goes, Deacon sent you our potions, the best. You'll love them.
That's what he said. What's your name?
Wrath.
Hi, Wrath.
Which would mean one of you is Dread.
You see the little one running around go, Dread!
It wouldn't happen to be beyond, would you?
The one by the door goes,
I just wanted to see.
and he nods at you very slowly.
Dankeschön.
That one's my favorite.
Short squat.
Yeah.
Goblin.
Sure.
So, we would like to purchase some healing potions.
Yes.
from our establishment.
Which ones are you looking for? And he will head over to a set of cauldrons that are over across the way. You'll see 3 cauldrons set up, and he goes, basic healing potions. I have quite a few of those. How many would you like?
I will take 2. Well, mine said.
2. 50 gold each. And he will reach up and grab the 2 healing potions and hand them over to you, and
100 gold.
Yep. He takes the gold and drops it like over his shoulder. He drops it over his shoulder, and already the one that was walking around the store is just already there, ready to catch it, and just like and like grabs it, and he's just looking at it, and he's like, he puts it in his mouth, and he's just like swishing it around his mouth, and like nods at you all and goes scurrying off.
That's awesome. I love the show.
Any other potions?
Do not suppose that we should check their inventory before buying up the entire stock for nothing.
It's not for nothing. We're going hunting.
Well, I understand
Yeah.
this, but what of those who may perhaps need it more than we?
And they'll make more. It's their job.
Yeah.
So he's gonna hand you 19 gold.
Well, then buy these with what you can.
I think you should hold on to your 19 gold. But thank you. How much for this? And I'll hold the statue back out.
He takes the statue from you and he looks at it and he's like sort of examining it in his hand and moving it around. He takes a look at it and he's kind of doing it and then he spins it. And as he spins it, there's a from the one that's running around and who just kind of scurries over. He's jumping up and down like this, just wanting to look at it and spin it. And he goes,
it's very good craftsmanship. We're not big on statues, but my brother seems to really enjoy it. I'd be happy to.
And he does it and he spins it one more time. He goes,
I'd be happy to. 150 gold?
Oh, this is far more valuable than that.
Is it?
Yes.
This belonged to someone who was very important to us.
Oh.
And it looks like there are a few people here, and Dakin sent you highly recommended because of how much you like shiny things.
He said he bought it for 300 gold.
Okay, yeah, give me a deception check at advantage because Aelin is helping you.
Oh my gosh, I'm rolling so bad tonight.
Great.
Oh my gosh. That was a nat 1 and a 6 on the die.
Okay,
Hang on a minute, but my deception's good. It's a 12. It's not great.
It's not great.
But wow,
he looks and he
I'm
goes,
really bad.
We just don't have the kind of money to spend on a statue which could or could not be real.
Insight check.
Go ahead, give me an insight check.
20, not nat.
He's not lying.
Okay.
There's something weird going on with the money. Well, he's being forthright with you. Like the money is earmarked for something. You know what I mean? Like it's when he says it's like the money is like it's going elsewhere. I don't have the money to spend. He goes,
however,
What if we traded you for 6 potions? Because 300 gold, 6 potions is 300 gold. I mean, if everybody wants a potion, then it would be a flat out trade. Does this work?
we could do this, or
I
we.
have no stake in this.
Would
Don't worry.
everyone else be okay with that?
I mean, the statue was given to all of us, so I think everyone
Then
involved
everyone gets a potion.
should agree.
This works for me.
But it helps us all, so I will also agree.
How much are the greater healing potions?
he smiles at you because now you've entered back into bargaining territory, and he goes,
I could do 2 regular and a greater for the statue.
How much are the greater normally?
Quite a bit more than the 50 gold. Usually they range in 150 gold pieces to sometimes more than that. But because you're friends of Dakin, and he has done a great service for us.
I want to insight check the price of the greater healing potions.
"Please go ahead." To see if he's lying?
To see if
you?
he's lying about the price to give us fewer potions, because what she had said was 300 gold worth of product.
Right, which is the regular healing potions.
I just want to make sure
Also
that
lying.
he's lying about the price
Okay.
of the potion.
Okay.
I got a 24, by the way.
A 24.
It's a negative 1.
Okay, so he's not lying. He's being a merchant. It's so weird because
Right.
it's like, is he
But
greater
he
healing
said generally they range from 150
to 200?
to more.
Yeah.
So I'm looking to see if he is trying to upsell us.
He's trying to upsell you.
Okay.
Usually they go for about 150 to 125,
Okay.
depending on the quality of the potion.
Okay.
You had said that his brother really wants this thing.
Bro, little man still hobbling back and like jumping back and forth like.
So, I was just looking for I guess it was just like more of a perception check, just to be like, he really wants it, so I think you can up the ante based on his need for this object.
Okay.
Is Ulvar doing that?
I have a +4 to perception. I'm watching this guy pretty much salivate
Yeah,
for
he's-
this
he
object.
wants it so bad. Okay, so the current offer is two
Just gonna back to
2
Right.
regular, 1 greater.
two regular,
Okay.
one greater.
And I ain't perceived nothing.
Yeah.
He seems like a perfectly fair and reasonable offer.
Well, if we each get one, then we each have a healing potion. If we're gonna have to.
I hold up the 2 potion bottles I've already bought and shake them
Right.
a little bit.
And I don't really need one because Melora will keep me safe.
We do have something that Beyond is working on that he might be willing to trade for the statue. Beyond is a quiet storm. Isn't that right, Beyond? And he nods over from the corner again, and he goes, "This is a potion bottle that we have been working on, and it's proprietary here for the store." And he will reach under the counter and pull out an odd-looking potion bottle with mechanical legs. It looks like they've been working on it, and it's just like he taps it once, and it doesn't work, and he kind of like slaps it hard. And as it does, the potion bottle stands up, and it's got these little legs.
What does it do?
You have the opportunity. You have the opportunity to essentially attune to this potion bottle. It will require an attunement slot for. This is me speaking. Attunement slot for anybody that wants to participate in it. During the course of a battle, who is ever holding the potion, I have the stats for the potion bottle. If somebody attuned to the potion bottle falls unconscious, the potion bottle pops up, jumps out of the pocket, runs across the battlefield, upends into the person's mouth. Okay. Now, it's a creature in the field, so it has hit points. Like if an enemy sees it and they want to yank it, it's just mechanical legs. However, the legs look like they're mobile, and it looks like it has the ability to scuttle across the way.
This is too cool to pass up, guys, please.
But it only works if and only one person can be attuned to it?
No, anybody can be attuned to the potion bottle, but it's a multiple attunement slot.
Okay, and
Do you know what I mean?
a regular healing or a greater?
Whatever's in it.
He's selling you the potion bottle.
Okay.
You are welcome to put anything that you would like in this
okay.
potion bottle. And he goes, this is very powerful, and it would help Beyond be able to come up with any other inventions that he wants to come up with.
This is amazing to say.
So
How much for this?
It's a statue.
The statue.
Oh, okay.
How about a potion to put in it?
I-
Just add a potion in to put in it, and then we can do a straight up trade.
I also want to point out that based on what you've said, we would be helping you.
Yes.
He looks at you and he goes, "You understand how commerce works, right?" Like
I also understand how research works.
Yes, and in order to do research, we have to put potion in the bottle.
You've spoken, you've studied the brother, and you've spoken since you've all walked in together. And he goes, Are you for hire?
He could be.
If the cost is enough to help us out, then yes.
Good. What if I gave you a regular healing potion and the potion bottle for the statue, on good faith that you would come back here after whatever it is you're doing and for a proposal by my brothers and I, just to listen to us?
All we have to do is listen.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'd agree to that.
Yes.
What's the name of the shop again?
Dread, Wrath, and Beyond.
Dread,
Wrath.
Wrath,
And
and
Beyond.
Beyond. Awesome.
Got
okay.
it.
I had right
And he
there.
goes, "Done." And he reaches for the statue.
I'll hand him the statue.
Yeah, he takes the statue, and he immediately just tosses it behind him, and the other one just goes, like, catches it in his mouth, just, and spins it, and, like, just goes running off into the store.
Oh, he's so precious.
And you have the mechanical potion bottle.
With a
Yeah.
regular healing potion.
Yeah.
Before we go, can I get 3 more regular healing potions?
Absolutely. 50 gold, please. Each.
Okay. Sorry, Mandrake was sneaking in for a minute. Yeah, I hand him 150.
Okay.
Do you have anything else interesting in here? You know, magic mummy fingers or anything, spectacularly interesting?
Magic mummy.
I don't know why that just popped into my head. It's almost like there's a chat scrolling in my mind.
We mostly deal with potions and things of that sort and magical items. What are you in the mood for?
I don't know, just something interesting
okay.
that might be useful.
Okay, Beyond, do you have anything? And he, Beyond will slowly climb down the stairs, come over to where you are, and just sort of motion you to lean down.
I'm leaning down uncomfortably close.
You know the scene in Hook? With the,
Yes.
Mm-hmm. There you are, Peter.
Yeah, there you are, Peter. He takes a little bit of time to like go like this, and he looks at the rest of the group, and he just kind of studies them. Yes.
I was just going to say, while this is going on, I would be looking at the cauldron that has the regular healing potion in it.
Please.
And just taking notes on what goes into a regular healing potion.
Okay.
You just said the ingredients are there.
Okay.
And he's recently taken interest in cooking.
Absolutely. You give me a straight up either investigation or arcana, depending on if we're going more scientific there.
Okay.
And he looks at you and he goes, he smiles and turns to Dread and says, big bada boom. And he nods and he goes, my brother would be willing to sell to you the big bada boom.
What is the big bada boom?
Sometimes in life you need times where you can just sort of let loose. Introducing proprietary here to our store, the big bada boom. And he goes over to a counter and pulls out a very large chest, slaps it on the table, unlocks the chest, reaches inside and pulls out another box, takes the box, unlocks the box, takes a what looks to be a tube out of the box, puts that in there, unscrews the top of the tube, reaches inside and pulls out a vial, uncorks the vial, and pours out in his hand what looks to be a sugar cube.
Multi-pass.
He goes, this is the big bada boom. Big bada boom makes someone very powerful for a very short amount of time and then very tired.
Oh. You've got it in a lot of layers. It's not dangerous, is it? I mean,
he looks over at the door and Beyond goes, shakes his head yes, and then he turns back to you and he goes, absolutely not.
Okay, how much is it?
He goes,
I don't have much money, just a little bit.
Boy, if I did.
100 gold?
Done.
Okay. He takes the cube, puts it in the thing, turns it, puts it back in the box, takes the box, puts it in the chest, closes the chest, and then lifts.
Do I need to carry it around in all of these layers?
He then lifts the chest, and all of it falls out the bottom, and he just hands you the test tube. He's like, "There's something about showmanship."
I love this shop.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, go ahead.
He goes, "I have others. If anyone would like a big bada boom."
Maybe
I'm going
later.
to wait for test results.
Understood. Right. Here is how the big bada boom works.
Yeah.
All right. The big bada boom is a sugar cube. It tastes faintly of lavender. Okay. Put it on your tongue and it dissolves. All right. Over the next 24 hours, you have access to the big bada boom. The big bada boom works as follows. When you land with any attack, be it a spell, be it a weapon attack, or anything of that sort, you have to land with the attack. You can decide at that moment to activate the big bada boom. You will take 2 points of exhaustion and automatically crit. Whatever the spell, whatever the attack, you immediately take 2 points of exhaustion. You are exhausted, but that spell or attack crits. You just have to land with the attack.
Well, it took 6 episodes, but 0 on steroids.
I'm so excited.
So I can.
Okay,
so I take it anywhere with. So I can't land the attack and then take it. I have to have taken it
No.
already.
So you take it.
It's good for 24 hours.
But
It's
then
good
I
for
get
24
to
hours.
decide
You
after
decide
I roll, make sure
in
I
a
get
battle,
hit. Okay.
F this guy in particular. Like,
You're cool.
you immediately after you crit, whatever the spell is, whatever the attack is,
2 points of
immediately 2 points
Yep.
of exhaustion.
Okay.
Yay!
Okay?
I'm excited.
Big bada boom.
I rolled an 11, but I have a -1 to both Arcana and Investigation.
Imagine looking at a pot of stew, and then trying to go backwards from the pot of stew.
I thought you said like the ingredients were like obvious there. That's why I did it.
Hang on. They are in the
Okay.
shop, and
Oh,
occasionally
okay.
individuals
Okay,
will
got
come by
it.
and run. But it's not like, hey, if you want to make this at home and completely negate our business, look here. Like,
See, in my head, I saw like ingredients like magically going into the cauldrons to like replenish.
no.
That's what I saw.
Occasionally, you'll see them walk by.
No, I gotcha.
drop
I
them.
gotcha.
Yeah. Good luck. Don't do it on top of a cliff.
Oh, why?
I had 3 brothers.
Clinical testing.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody else
Of course.
Did you go by anything?
Can I help either of you with anything else?
Nope.
Do you mind if we walk you out?
Nine, this is perfectly reasonable.
The 3 of them come back together, one spinning the
Full
camera,
goblin.
and then terrific.
But a wonderful shop and have a lovely day.
Weather. And we'll,
Good luck on this.
we'll open the door for you all to leave.
Okay.
Yep.
We'll get outside.
As we leave, I'm going to turn to Aileen. This is the best shop I've ever been in.
Yeah, Dagon's a good guy.
Yeah.
As we get outside, I will take out the 3 potions. I got these for you guys.
Alatrion, add a regular healing potion.
Taking one.
Yeah, I'm gonna hand you 50 gold for it.
Dev,
I'm not.
healing.
You bought it.
No, I was fully aware that you would not be paying for Dev.
Oh my god, thank you so much.
I only have 1 left. Which of you would like it?
I believe you should go to the person that is in most of need.
I fought with you a lot here.
But if I am not in need, I believe that someone else might be
Well-
able to take it.
If someone else needs it more, then just give it to them when they need it.
Thank you. So perhaps you should hold it until that person is of need.
Just put.
I'm gonna hand it to Zerafina.
You talk a lot.
You.
It was a regular, right?
Yeah, it was a regular healing potion. You can move really fast. So if anybody needs it, you can probably get there first.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Who's got the little crawling potion bottle situation?
He handed it to me.
Okay, cool.
Okay, you said we have to attune to it, so we would have to have a long rest before we could use this.
Yeah, you know what? I would say you could take a little bit of a walk. You could take the long way
walk to
around.
Melora's temple.
A little bit of a walk. I just need to know who's taking up an attunement slot and attuning to the potion.
Can we? You said everyone can?
Yeah. But here's the deal: you cannot refuse this. If you get knocked to 0 hit points, and
it has to,
it's going to go to the first of you that goes up. Even if somebody heals them on the next turn or whatever, it does not know for like no, not this one. Like so.
Okay, so then I'm going to, I think I'd like to use it.
This is fine. It makes sense.
Okay. So as we walk, I'll attune to it.
Yeah, you take a little bit of time to walk with it, and you hold it close, and there's the little chittering of the mechanical feet.
Yeah, and I'll before we do it, I'll pour the potion that they gave us into it, so it's loaded.
Sure. Yeah, and the craftsmanship is amazing. It looks really good. Like you're noticing the intricacies of the gears and things. You've never seen anything quite like this.
Flashbacks to your own character.
Yeah, maybe at the circus you're like, I wonder if I could put serrated blades on this.
Maybe I put it in a hat.
Where else are we going? Are we going anywhere else?
If anybody's got any stops on the way to Melora's temple, otherwise we're going to go right there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You continue your walk and head towards where the tree is, and after a bit of time, you would just see it. There is this beautiful lush garden laid out before you. This tree is it's of an odd design, whereas you see the tree towering above you first, and it's kind of above the shops and things of that sort. The garden is next with a few individuals that seem to be either engaged in polite conversation with one another, laying in the grass. You see children running around the tree. It's a park.
Right.
Yes.
You know the first time you take a kid to Disney World?
Yes.
This.
That right now.
Sure. For the most part, this park is beautiful. It looks very well kept. You would notice individuals. Some of them are just involved in quiet meditation, and around them the plants are responding as such. Some of the kids are running around the area, and even those that are involved in meditation. Not all of them love the kids running around, but some of them are tolerant of the kids running around, who are just sort of playing, and they know not to touch or mess with these individuals. At the center of the park is a very large stone building. Growing atop the building is a tree. And you've never seen anything quite like this before, where the stone building is a very flat roof. The roots of the tree are growing off of the building, leaving one entrance into the building as the roots go into the ground. The tree is separated into two halves. One half of the tree is growing these beautiful yellow flowers, and the other half of the tree is completely wilted. It's dead. Where it's like half of it is just gone, it's dead. The other half is growing these beautiful yellow flowers, and it's cut straight down the middle for where parts of that tree are dead and growing on top of this building.
Aelin would be looking for a priest or some other follower who is not in deep meditation.
Are we walking inside the building, or are you looking outside of the building for any of these followers?
If I didn't see anyone outside, I would go inside.
There are plenty of people outside. All of them. There's a gentleman that's sketching not too far away. He's sitting and having a pleasant conversation with what looks to be it's a human man talking with a gnome woman, and they just seem to be talking, and he's sketching her in a sketching pad.
Hi.
Hello.
We heard that there was some trouble here.
At the temple?
Well, do we have the writ or anything? Yeah. I would hold out my hand.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
we're looking for Lax.
Oh, Lax. Yes, of course. He's inside. You would find him inside the temple.
What happened to the side of the tree?
What do you mean?
This is the duality of nature, is it not? I would guess.
He sort of nods. He goes, "You need the dark to remember the light. The seasons come and go. There's nothing inherently bad about it. It's just that depending on what season you're from, there's a rumor that this particular tree was a gift from Taldore."
Oh. Thank you.
He nods.
I'll just kind of pass by it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, you pass right by it, and you head inside the temple. Inside the temple it's very bare bones. You may have noticed, the forge in the previous temple that you went to, the grandiose and splendor of being in Temple Row and seeing all of the testaments to man and things of that sort. This is not that. The floor is dirt as you walk into this space. Before you is a elven man who is not wearing much. He's shirtless, and his skin is very tan. He has this long black hair, and he is currently tending to a small garden at the very back of the temple.
Is this the guy who was the fish?
This is not the guy that was the fish. This is not Fish Guy. But he is just tending to a small garden at the back of the temple.
Aelin would immediately lean into Olvar and go, "See, this is so much better."
I understand the foliage, but the craftsmanship is lacking.
Nature's not always perfect. And
As
then I
I
keep
can-
walking.
Conversation's boring. Just
Just like a
It's
lecture on
dumb.
you, me, go. Okay, cool.
this is boring. Just walk over. Hey, we're looking for Lax.
Hi.
Hi.
Lax turns around and he looks at you, and he's very big smile, very genuine smile. And he walks over to you. He actually is going to outstretch his hand, and you see what was hidden in with the dirt. Just this walking stick comes up. He walks to you with a bit of a limp to him, but he walks over to you. He looks like a young man, and he smiles and he goes, "I'm him. Can I help you with something?"
Yeah, we got this thing, and I'm gonna unroll it on my chest and be like, "Hey, we're here to help."
He has
You're-
the Hunters Guild.
You're with the
office.
Hunters Guild. Yes.
Yeah.
Please, come with me, and he will lead you over past the garden, around this little sidewall. You'll see some stairs leading down. He goes, let me first explain that I have no idea what's going on. I have permission from some of the elders that you will be able to see bits of the temple that are not necessarily shown to those outside of the temple, and it ties into some things. So I need your confidentiality as hunters in the Hunters Guild to ensure that this information is not necessarily shared outside of this space.
I can't imagine anyone would ask of me, but yes, this is fine.
He smiles and looks and nods, and he sees the crown. And he goes, "A follower? Are you with this group? Are you?"
I am. These are my friends.
He smiles and he outstretches 2 hands to you, indicating for you to like put your hands.
I'll put my hands.
And you see his hands are rough. This is somebody that works outside and works with their hands a lot. And he just closes his eyes, and you feel the slight tinge of power shared between him and you, and it's divine in nature. And he just smiles at you, like holding on to your hands, and he goes, "Welcome home." And he smiles and he goes, "All right, let me explain. It started about a few weeks ago. There are a set of tunnels here underneath where each of the trees are in the city. We use these as places to tend to underground springs that provide the fresh water for a good majority of the city. We have been heralded as safeguards for the water, we protect it, and things of that sort. One of our followers went underneath to do the daily rounds and did not come back. We later found the remains of that particular follower. We've sent a few other individuals that are adept with magical capabilities. Some of the druids that are out in the area, they are unable to find this individual or this creature, whatever it is doing it. So I approached the Hunters Guild to try to solve this quietly. Does that make sense?
Do you have a map to all the underground tunnels?
I do.
Okay. I mean, is it extensive?
Yes.
Would we get lost?
I don't imagine that you will need access to the underground tunnels beneath the city. However, it wouldn't be my place to share that information with you. He goes, the area that you're entering into, and he will lead you down this flight of stairs. And when he does, he will lead you into this expansive cavern where you see the roots from the tree that was growing on top of the building forming the walls of this particular tunnel. Like it's almost like the tree itself exploded. The root system exploded and reached out. Before you is this glistening pool. I'm actually going to show the audience what it looks like. It looks like this. You would see this beautiful sparkly water and things of that sort. The water looks crystal clear. Surrounding it are some, in this small cave, you would see little divots and cracks and things of that sort. You would even see a bit of the like wood planking that they've used. Everything is very bare bones and simplistic. You would also spot small patches of mushrooms that are bioluminescent, growing in the cave system, giving off a soft ambient light. He goes, now whatever is going on, it is not extending outward to the other spots. We've actually barricaded and blocked off any exits away from this space. So whatever is in here, it's in here. So I don't think you'll need access to the tunnel work.
God, so you're gonna just trap us in there with whatever it is, and one of us is gonna come out.
Hopefully
I think
six
we'll be
of us.
fine. It'll be great.
How long have you been a hunter?
This is her first day on the job. Don't worry, we will help.
I'm excited.
She's very powerful.
It's
Have you? Do you still have the body?
Of the one that passed?
Yes.
He will point over to a group of mushrooms.
I will go take a look.
Okay. You look at the group of mushrooms, and it looks like it's just decomposed
You would see the remnants of what once like little bit straps of clothing and things of that sort.
But there's no remnants of the actual body.
No.
Okay. Can you describe the wounds?
They were odd in the fact that I thought it was a murder at first. I thought it was another individual because I thought they were stab wounds. The two most prominent ones being in below the shoulders for the individual. One here and one here. And he points to like the underneath the shoulder blade. He's standing at the steps leading into this space. He doesn't want to enter in to the cabin. Please, I don't know what it is, but like I said before, I don't wish to bring any sort of any more death to this sacred place than necessary. All right?
Understood.
And he looks at all of you, and he is going to he's actually going to take Zara, you, and you were the first person that talked to him. He is going to outstretch his hands, and he's going to bless the three of you. So Zara, because it's her first job, Electric, because he was just bold, and he kind of looks at you, and as he blesses you, you hear him whisper, "May she be with you." All right. You can add a D4 to attack rolls, to saving throws, and things of that sort.
Okay.
You are blessed. Yes.
Is the water safe to drink or swim in?
He nods at you. He goes, I wouldn't swim in it, but it is safe to drink. It's probably the best water you'll ever have. Nods at you. All right. I'll be right upstairs.
As he's walking up the stairs, Aelin will chase after him a little bit. And when we come back up, could I speak to you alone?
He kind of like raises an eyebrow. He goes, alone? Or?
I just have some questions.
Of course. Yes. And he smiles and nods and he goes, yes, of course. Please come and find me. All right. And he will put a hand on your shoulder and squeeze it, and he goes, be careful.
I'll try.
And he will head back over towards where the garden is and tend to it.
Okay.
Heroes. It's a very dark space. It's very broad, and then as you can see, here is what I'm going to do that is a special feature that I am going to start doing in the future. This map moves, okay? And it's going to indicate where you all are. So I'm going to put you at your space of where I imagine all of you are. This is the area right where you walk down the stairs, all right? And all of you are sort of clumped together in this space, all right? You hear faint chittering that I'm just going to give to you before a perception check, but that could be any number of insects that just live in the dark cave system. So all of that being said, what would you like to do?
Mage armor.
Same.
I'm going to turn to Ulvar real quick.
Okay.
Hey Ulvar, you are the hunter, yeah?
I have trained for quite a bit to be.
Yeah, excellent. See if you can find some tracks of this beast here, whatever it is. We might be able to locate it a bit easier if we have the experienced hunter taking the lead, yeah.
Can everyone see okay?
Yeah, this is fine.
I can see just fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you?
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure, because I couldn't before.
Your DM was benevolent and put bioluminescent fungus in the room.
Got it.
So as to, even if you don't have dark vision, which everyone I think has.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if everyone had it, and
that was very sweet.
I don't know how to read my character sheet. So for the first two, I didn't think I did, but I do.
Oh, got it. Okay.
I'm real pretty, right? That's my whole job.
She's so pretty. Boy, you fancy.
That's true.
Okay.
So if that's the case, then Ulver is going to put his hand to the ground and at least try to just He's gonna look. He's gonna scan the terrain to see if there's any tracks or any impressions that's being left behind in the soil. Perhaps any broken sticks.
Survival.
Anything.
Can I help him?
Are you proficient with survival?
I am.
Yes. Then you can take this roll at advantage.
And Aelin would go touch one of the roots and just pray to Melora.
Okay, give me a D20. I'm actually going to have you roll a D20 at advantage because you're in a temple of gold.
16.
16.
Well.
What did you get?
12.
A 12. You feel her presence, but it's not. There's no blatant arrow pointing this way.
Yeah, it was more just like, hey, Melora, we're gonna do this for you.
You feel you feel a warm around the crown and stuff like that. You feel like a warm presence. Okay, so with the 16, you do find some small indentations in the ground, as if somebody. Okay, this is what I'm going to give you. Imagine you're on the ground and you get down on all fours and you just stare straight ahead. You're studying the ground and you're looking for blatant tracks. You don't find any. The ground is pretty rocky. There's been individuals walking about the space. However, looking down, almost near the water there are these areas where it looks like bits of wood that was used for building and things of that sort were just kind of discarded after a while. Leading up to it, it looks like somebody took 4 fingers and went pop, pop, pop in the dirt. It's these 4 little like little marks in the dirt, and there's the minute you spot the first one, you spot the second and the third and the fourth, all leading to underneath this white piece of wood that's just over the ground. They're all kind of conversing at that spot.
If that's the case, Uber's not going to say anything. He's just going to slowly continue to move towards the piece of wood.
Okay.
To where it stops, like that.
Stealth check.
Stealth, that is going to be a 21.
Okay. You move down here, down this way, and with the 21, how close do you want to get?
I want to get to where the tracks stop, or they seem to change direction.
They stop right at the piece of wood.
Perfect. Then I want to get as close as I can to that piece of wood.
You guys all watch as Ulvar gets down on all fours, and then very quietly, not making any sort of noise, not kicking up any sort of tracks, jumps off of this little bridge, this little 5-foot bridge gap, and drops down to the ground and walks over towards this piece of wood.
I'm going to follow maybe halfway.
I'll stick with the Latrion.
Okay, are we going stealthily?
I am.
All right, stealth checks, please.
Aiden is incapable of stealth.
11. Ten. Okay. When Simon jumps down, he's somewhat quiet. Elatrion is just a little bit louder. There's a you jump and you jostle some rocks and stuff, but when Elatrion jumps, there's a Did you add a D4 to that? I wonder if it's ability checks. It might just be saves.
Attacks and savings.
Saves. No. All right. There you go. Thank you, Indigo Jima, for donating a whole bunch of bits. 200 for Zara and 100 for Ulvar. That's great. Thank you so much. We actually have these fun little things that we've been offering for bits and things of that sort. So thank you so much for helping the channel going. We appreciate you. Indigo Jima is wishing you the happiest of birthdays.
Thank you.
So I'm going to give you a +2 to a roll.
Okay.
From Indigo Jima.
Thank you, Indigo Jima.
Okay. The chittering stops. The minute Elatrion hits the ground, that little ambient stops.
It's going to be that look that goes.
I'm just going to shrug and then just kind of indicate the armor.
Perception check. Perception check from Zara. Perception check from Simon and Aelin, please. 10.
Yeah, they're so perceptive.
10.
10. 13.
I just want to drink the water.
I was praying real hard.
Cool.
So 10.
It's all good.
No, 10. I mean.
Yeah, it's all good. You guys are great.
So I come to the piece of wood. It's on the ground, right? And that's where I'm assuming the tracks have stopped.
The tracks have stopped.
So Ulver's going to grab the soil in his hand. He's just going to rub it and just smell it.
Okay, give me a nature check.
That is going to be 11.
You don't pick up anything. You take the dirt and you rub it in your hands and you smell it and bring it to your face. It does have an odd texture to it, but you can't pinpoint exactly.
So this is not a monstrosity. This is something other, based on like.
Do you have an ability that would allow you to smell soil and tell if it's a monstrosity?
No, but my favorite enemy is a monstrosity. So.
Okay, this is
So
different book.
Hang on, do I see him doing this?
You do.
And can I give him guidance on it
You can
in
give
order
him-
to help him with this?
This is not a monstrosity.
Okay, never mind.
But yes, you can give him guidance.
You just have to use your nose and your eyes more. Just really look. Maybe you can figure out what it is.
With the talking that takes place in here, and everybody being quiet, and Zara yelling across the space.
Oh, I thought I was right near him. Okay, never mind.
Were you?
No, that's good.
No.
I wasn't. Okay. I was
You were dealing with some
unfocused.
other things
All right,
and things
so I
of that
missed that
sort.
part.
That's
Got
okay.
it. That's on me.
That's okay. With her saying that to you, the chittering stops even more so, like whatever little tiny stuff, and the wood starts to shake a little bit.
The wood that I'm like in front of or behind him.
The one that you're in front of. It's not a monstrosity.
Are there any sticks that are on the ground nearby?
Yes. Would anybody change their movement now? Would anybody be closer to where
I'm gonna close the gap to.
Simon closes the gap?
Is there a way for me to get down without jumping?
Yeah, you can walk down a path. It's just going to take you a little bit longer.
I'll do that.
So I would walk down the path because I ain't stealthy, y'all.
Stopping at like the head of the path, like the.
I'm just gonna fly over to him.
I'm keeping pace with Simon.
I mean, I would stay kind of, about probably a little bit closer, like a little closer.
Right there.
Like where, ahead of Dev, like right. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Are you hovering above him?
No, I'm just flying over and landing next to him.
And then landing right next to him. Okay.
Does this sound like...
I'm gonna keep pace with Simon.
You said it's like a chittering sound. Is this like...
Insectoid.
Right. But like it almost sounds like sticks rubbing together, sticks like tapping together, something like that. Like not like a tap, you're in a mountain lions kind of thing.
You made... so here's the deal. I can't...
Sure. Sure.
This is not sticks going together, and you've already made a nature check here, examining it. So whatever this is, it's not something that you've had a ton of experience with.
That makes sense.
Do I recognize the sounds at all?
Give me a nature check.
18.
It's chitin. It's a bug of some sort.
I'm just going to, as quietly as possible, go.
You're further away.
As quietly as possible, I'm gonna say, it's a bug.
I don't understand why we have to be quiet. If there's a beastie that's killing things and we gotta kill it, then we might as well know it. Let us know
We're
it's
not
here.
killing it. Well, not unless we have to.
Or chasing it away or whatever. I mean, obviously it's gonna know we're here eventually. We gotta do something about it.
Yeah, she's slowly picking up in volume while she's talking.
Yeah.
Do we just want to flip it over, or should we just like start it?
I understand that.
Don't we just yell?
The log.
Dude, I know.
And flip the log.
Okay.
Ready to go.
Okay. The flip.
So our two ranged combatants are right up on the log.
Yes. Zara. Zara. This is perfect. Zara and Ulvar flip the log, and underneath this log, you would see the first thing you'd see is a human arm. that is currently being nibbled on by 3 very large, very round bugs about the size of dogs. These bugs are chewing on this arm underneath, and as you flip the log, they all sort of look at you with these like bright red eyes. You see their mandibles are filled with like dead flesh in their mouth. I need everybody to go ahead and roll initiative for me, please.
Oh.
Right.
I'm gonna roll high at some point tonight. One of these rolls
We're all
is
waiting
gonna be
for it.
over 7.
This is my one. So.
I've been rolling great until right now.
Actually, I don't think I've even reached 7 yet. I think 6 has been my highest roll.
Okay. 20 to 25.
23.
20.
Roll off.
Oh, you
I have
have.
20 also.
You go first.
23.
Birthday boy. I know. I got you. Alatrion goes first, followed by Ulvar, followed by Dev. 20 to 15?
16.
Okay. Simon. Okay. All right. And then 15 to 10.
6.
10 to 5.
7.
Last place.
We got there, boys. We got there.
Alan. Followed by Zara. All right, Alatrion, you're kicking things off at the very, very start of this. The log is flipped over. Currently in front of you are Zara and Ulvar as they're looking at this log, and there's a flip, and you see these little like big round black bugs that turn around and with this look of surprise, as if they're going, what? As the log
We were eating.
I'm gonna. How far are they?
We'll say this, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet.
I will close the gap to whichever one is closest. On the way, I'm going to say, I could really use some help, and try to summon Marcus.
For the first time I think that anybody's ever seen, in this space, do you want to tell them what appears?
Shadowy, probably late teens, human, like, it's
manifests in the space, and looks over at the group and just kind of like smiles and just gives you like a big wave, then looks over at Alatrion and hunkers down, braces himself, and he puts 2 hands up like this. Okay?
Cool. That's my bonus action, my movement. I'm gonna attack one of them.
Okay, give me an attack roll.
That's a 14.
14 hits. Give me damage.
That's gonna be 7 damage.
7 damage. One of these things does not like this, and then takes 7 damage. It hits the hard chitinous shell almost starts to break a little bit under the impact.
Okay, I'm gonna use Unleash Incarnation.
Okay.
Whenever I take an attack action, I can make 1 additional melee attack from Marcus's position.
Where are you putting Marcus? Is he right there next to you?
Yeah.
Is he okay?
Yeah.
Perfect.
16.
Okay, 16 also hits.
For 7 damage.
7 damage again. All right. Poof, poof. 2 smacks.
That's it.
That's it. Alatrion's turn.
So with my movement, I'm going to jump back 30 feet. And...
Jump backwards.
Yep, we're going to jump backwards, correct some distance.
Okay.
And then use Hunter's Mark.
All right.
And...
On which one? The one that Alatrion and his shadow buddy are attacking? There's one in the middle. There's
The
one
one
off
in the
to the side. One in the middle.
Yep. So
All right.
in the middle. And as I understand Hunter's Mark, that's my turn, right? Because that's a spell?
No, that's your bonus action.
Okay. So then
Hunter's
I'm going
Mark.
to hit it with my longbow.
Yeah, give me an attack roll.
That was not good. That's going to be a 10.
A 10 is unfortunately going to miss. Even with as low of an AC as these things have, like the arrow just bounces off the hard shell of the one in the middle. All right, That's your turn?
Yeah, because I don't believe I can have a bonus attack after that.
No. Yeah, that was your
Or
bonus
bonus
action.
action, yeah.
Dev, your turn.
Okay,
3
I'm gonna
bugs.
do Scorching Ray, one on each bug.
What's the range?
120 feet.
Yes, absolutely. Give me 3 attack rolls, please.
All right, that one's on the side. Okay, that one doesn't hit. It's gonna be for the 2 that hit 17 and well, I'm assuming it hits 17 and 24.
Both of those hit. I'm gonna dictate this. The first one was the one that was on Elatrion, so that one just goes wide. The other 2, those hit.
Do I roll separate damage for each ray, or just like, or is it the same?
Does it dictate in the spell?
It's just 26 per hit.
I'm gonna say roll for each attack roll because each attack roll is different and each one's gonna hit. So roll
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
All right, so that's gonna be 6 fire on the first one, and then 8 fire on the second one.
All right. When this happens, there is a flash of light. You would hear from off in the cave. It's above you. You would hear this noise above you. It is not coming from the bugs. It is with this flash of light, there is just a guttural growl from above you.
Great.
I don't like that. For my movement, I'm not gonna get closer to the bugs. I'm just gonna go closer to the water area. Kind of take that space.
Okay, like over this way. You can't quite get to the water.
Yeah,
but
I'm
you
not
can
trying to get all the way. Just move in that direction.
Okay.
Cool. And then I think I'm just gonna see if I have any bonus
Bugs
actions.
turn. I think that's it, unless you're doing anything else with your turn.
No.
Okay. Bug's turn. One of them is going to rush forward, and the last one to hit, unfortunately, was not a Latrion. The last one to hit was your other. So it's going to make an attack against your other, and take a bitey bite against them. That is a 12 to hit. Tries to bite against, and you would see this brilliant arcane flash as the thing goes to bite, and you just see him like he puts a finger up and shakes it at it as the thing tries to bite.
Didn't say the magic word.
He didn't say the magic word. One of them's gonna chitter around to the side and go after Simon, and try to take a bite at Simon, a bite out of crime. Simon, that's a 19 to hit.
That hits.
That's gonna hit. Simon.
Please.
You take 3 points of damage.
That's not nice.
And I need a Constitution save from you, please.
That's 11.
11. 11 doesn't cut it. Nothing happens to you. Nothing bad happens. Like, you're not poisoned. You don't feel any course of poison in you. However, you all would notice that Simon is glowing. Faintly. Simon's taken on a little bit of the same look of the bioluminescent mushrooms in the space. All right?
This isn't my thing, is it?
That's not great.
This is not my thing.
It's not your it's not your turn yet. And then one is going to run up toward. Oh, you're floating in the air. You're still flying,
I
right?
landed next to him.
You landed next to him. Okay. One's going to go running up towards where Zara is and try to take a bite out of Zara. Zara, that's a nat 20.
Yeah, that's just barely.
Zara, oh man. Zara, that's 12 points of damage.
Ow.
And I need a con save from you as well, please.
I haven't got those healing potions, y'all.
That's a 2 + 2 is 4.
Zara, your dice hate you for some
Yeah,
reason.
my dice, all of them hate
Nothing-
me. It doesn't matter which one I roll.
Nothing bad happens to you, except now Zara is glowing that same color.
We
Okay?
have different definitions of bad.
Alright. That's it. Simon, your turn.
Alright, so bug boy that just hit me.
The bug boy that just hit you.
Yeah. I'm not even using the whip. I'm going 9 hammers on this thing.
Okay.
Dropping a hammer fist down on it first.
So, after this thing bites Simon,
Yeah.
and Simon goes to hit it, something odd happens with Simon. That glow surrounding Simon, for a brief second, gets real, real bright. It goes from being bioluminescent to, like, matching the intensity in his strikes. And as that fist comes down, I've been waiting to describe this. It leaves a light trail. Do you know what I mean? Like when you wave
Is this
sparklers
like
as a
fairy
kid.
fire, sort of?
It's not fairy fire. It's almost as if
I'm being consumed by radiant energy from within.
you are being. It's almost as if he's turned into a little miniature furnace for a second, and the universe is responding in kind. He's putting out a light into the world. Okay, and so that. Yes, we go full God spell here. So yes, so give me an attack roll, please.
That is a 17 to hit.
17 to hit, hits.
Okay. So that is 5 points of bludgeoning, and he also takes 3 points of radiant.
Does just he take that 3 points of radiant?
On my strike, he takes 3 points of radiant.
Okay.
At the end of my turn, everything within a 10-foot path of me takes 2 points of radiant.
Got it. All right. Is that your attack?
That's my action.
That's your action? You doing anything else?
Punch him twice more.
Do it. Burn that key point.
That one misses, unfortunately.
Okay.
That one, 1 point off from a crit. 19 on the die.
19 on the die. That's going to
For
hit.
another 4 points of bludgeoning.
Okay.
And at the end of my turn,
Yep. Uvar, something happens to your boy. He's real bright, and just being around him in his presence, it's a lot. You're just outside of this, but you kind of get hit with this like blast of energy from him. You take 2 points of radiant damage.
Oof, a doof.
sorry, but I don't even know what's happening yet.
It's okay.
Okay. And he just looks. It looks like it's being channeled into by his fist. You know, as he like beats into this thing. Okay. Simon, is that your turn?
Let me see. Yeah.
Okay. Aelin.
Aelin's gonna cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay. From out of nowhere, you cast Spiritual Weapon.
Mhm.
Spiritual Weapon manifest. This is your place. A breeze comes out of nowhere. It's Drew Brees, the quarterback for the same time.
It's a heel nerve.
and Drew Brees points down. He's like, "What's up, dude?" No,
An all nat 20. No.
a breeze comes down and ruffles your hair. It looks like it's coming down from the ceiling.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay.
And a series of rose vines pop out of the ground.
Okay.
It's going to be right behind the center one.
Got it. Right around the center one, as these rose vines come up around it.
Mm-hmm.
Is this making it difficult terrain? Is this an attack roll? What are you casting here?
It's an attack roll.
Okay.
However, I did it in the wrong order. Can I go the other way? Can I change one thing?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt on the middle one.
Guiding Bolt on the middle one. Give me an attack roll, please.
Okay. That is 20 to hit.
20 hits. Roll damage.
Guiding bolt is a nasty first level
4d6.
46.
Cleric spells are mean,
Hitting
bro.
2, 4, 6, 11 points of.
Oh, yeah.
What is that?
Radiant damage?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, radiant damage.
Okay.
11 points of radiant damage.
All right. That's your action.
Yep.
Okay.
And then it also
If
makes
you cast Guiding Bolt, you cannot cast Spiritual Weapon. Those are two spells of a certain level. Like, you can cast Guiding Bolt first. You cannot cast those.
The other
two
one's a
spells.
bonus action.
It is, but the other spell has to be a cantrip. So.
I always forget about that shit.
I know, pal. It's all right. Welcome
Never
to-
mind. I'll summon it next time.
Welcome to the wide world of casting.
So the next person gets
advantage on the next
advantage
attack
on the
from this
next
middle
attack,
guy.
which means yeah, I'll cast Sacred Flame. That's a cantrip.
Yes, but Guiding Bolt is an action.
Oh yeah, never mind.
Yep.
No, you're right.
I usually am.
Yeah.
That's why he's sitting behind the screen.
That's true. Okay, I got nothing.
All right. It's got nothing. Zara,
Did I hear the skittering sound up above us?
you heard a scream up above you.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Comprehend Languages.
How long does that take to cast?
It's one action. Let me hang on. Sorry. Yeah, it's just one action.
Okay.
It's a duration of 1 hour.
Okay.
So, and I can understand the literal meaning of any spoken language that I hear.
Okay.
So, and I'm going to fly upwards towards it a little bit. Does my dark vision allow me to, how high is this ceiling?
Perception check.
Let's try a new one that I haven't tried yet tonight.
The ceiling is 60. No, what's your flying speed? 30. I'll say this. I'll grant this. The ceiling is about 30 feet up. So you managed to hit the
So
top of this little.
well, if I fly up a little bit, I don't want to like fly right into this.
All right,
thing
then I'm
that's
gonna put it
making
back
this
at my
noise.
60 feet. You're gonna fly half.
I want to just be able to see what it is.
Okay. What was your perception check?
It was an 8 on the die. Can I
Okay.
use that +2 from Indigo Gma to just
Yes, you
bump
may.
it up a little bit?
Yes, you can bump it up a
Since I'm
little bit.
always so
Yes.
happy. Okay, so now it's a 10.
A portion of the ceiling is breathing.
Like it looks like the ceiling is breathing. It looks like there's a
Only a
giant
portion of
creature
it.
there that's like on the ceiling.
It looks like a stone. A little bit of stone is going,
Okay.
and then you would hear in a language. Does anybody here speak Undercommon?
No.
Cool.
No. And this is
Well,
at
now I do.
60 feet.
It's
It's like 60
about
feet
it's
away.
60 feet up in the air. Nobody else is paying attention to it as everybody's like kind of focused on these bugs right now. But Zara flies up and she's looking at it. You would hear light,
Just the word light.
light.
Okay.
Maybe light and a variation of food.
Okay. Then what I'll do. Oh.
That's your action. That's your movement.
That's my action and my movement. So I'm seeing which spell is which. So sorry because I didn't expect it to say that. Okay. I can't make a. Oh, I can't make a. I was gonna make a little light thing. Okay, so but I can use prestidigitation to do that, right? It makes my eyes glow.
No, you may not. That takes an action to cast.
That
and
is
you
an
need a
action. Yes.
bonus
Oh, and I'm not a
action.
sorcerer anymore. Crud! I keep forgetting I'm not a sorcerer anymore. Okay. So I'm just going to say, hello. We're here to help, maybe get you out of here.
In what language?
I'm gonna just say it in my language because I can't actually speak its language. I can just understand it.
Yep.
But hey,
You're
maybe
good.
it understands me.
You go, hello, we're just here to help you and
back and
Get you out
help.
of here.
very British.
I mean, but your people are attacking us.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Is that your turn?
Yes, that's all I can do.
Strange.
Whatever this creature is, lets go of the ceiling. When it lets go of the ceiling, it turns over to look at you, and you just see sharp needlepoint teeth, very large wings, and a spiked tail. As this creature falls off of the ceiling and immediately dives towards where you are, attracted to the light that you are emitting, and now 30 feet up in the air because you and Simon are lit up.
With this monster being so attracted to these two people,
Yeah, dude.
could it be a reaction or not a reaction? What's it called?
It'd be a reaction.
Yeah, I guess a reaction to attack this beast.
A reaction to attack. Do you have an ability that allows you to attack as a reaction?
I don't know.
Read
Or an
through your-
opportunity attack, I guess would be.
No, because it has not entered the plane. Right now, this thing is floating. This thing lets go of the ceiling and dive bombs the 30 feet to fly over towards where Zara is. Zara, this first attack is a 8 to hit.
No.
Okay, it does not manage to get a hold of you.
I'm quick.
Yeah, you're super quick. But as it tries to bite into you, it doesn't quite get a hold of you. So instead, as it flies off a little bit, it's going to bring that barbed tail around to try to hit you with the barbed tail. That's a 16 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. Zara, you take 8 points of damage. Okay, from this tail as the tail, bam, like smashes into your side and cuts you a tiny bit. All right, and it's just floating in the air, looking at you. It's got these bright red eyes that have this like secondary film over them, and at one point it closes the secondary film, and it just matches the rock wall that it's on. Okay, and it's floating in the air, trying to attach to you.
Oh, fun.
Okay.
Okay.
That is its turn. Elatrion.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna make 2 attacks on this thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make one, and then if it, move, I need to. It's a 12 to hit.
12 does 12. Hang on.
Hang on.
I gotta look at my other stats.
Okay.
Hold for show. 12 hits.
Yeah. 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. As it falls on its back, the belly of this thing starts to shake. You're gonna stab it, and you're gonna see it like kind of give out this moan, and like almost like a tick. Like when you see a tick, like a tick just kind of like instinctively falls on its back. The belly starts to gurgle and pulse a little bit as the belly explodes outward. I need a dex save from you. You're the only one that's gonna be caught in the range of this.
Cool and also gross.
It's a 14. Wait. I have to add like my stuff. 17.
You manage to nimbly dodge out of the way and are not covered in the bioluminescent goo that's inside of this creature, so you are not lit up.
Cool.
You are still lit as an individual, but you are not lit up. Okay.
Cool. I'm gonna move to the second one, or to another one.
The one in the middle?
Sure.
This attack is at advantage.
Okay, cool.
It's lit up with a guiding bolt.
Alright. I'm gonna burn my inspiration.
Okay.
That's a 2 and a 3 on the die.
Which, by the way, Alien's guiding bolt made that algae like.
That's gonna be 15 to hit.
15 hits. Roll damage.
It's gonna be 8 points.
Okay. 8 points of damage. It's looking weak, but it's still looking like it's up.
Okay, and I'm just gonna move Marcus towards that one.
Okay, Marcus is on the other side of this one. Cool. Perfect. That's Alatrion's turn. Ulvar.
Gonna go for the one that I put the hunter's mark on, so it's the one in the middle.
Okay.
That is going to be a 24 to hit.
That hits. Roll damage.
Definitely hits.
Don't forget to add that D6 of Hunter's Mark.
Yep. So that is going to be a 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. Once again, arrow goes.
But I can make it a secondary attack because of dread ambush.
You can. Are you a secondary attack on this thing?
Yes.
Okay, you're not going to have to make it on this thing because as that arrow hits, it's going to pierce the belly. This thing's going to flip over onto its back.
Can it be one of those like, wow?
Alatrion, give me a dexterity saving throw.
But you just can't win.
Yeah. There's a... As the bioluminescent glue splatters all over him, you see Alatrion like looking down at himself, and his shadow self is like...
That's a free action I'm going to give Marcus the finger.
And he's almost rolling on the ground laughing. He's just like... Okay.
That's real
So,
friendship right there.
does it have to be on the same target, or can I hit one target and then hit another target?
You tell me.
So if I'm hitting one and one dies, then I would like to hit the other one. Then.
Okay. I'll read through the ability, but yes, go ahead and make it. Because
So then the attack roll is a 19 plus 8.
That hits. 27 hits,
Definitely.
roll damage.
So then the damage is so that was a 1d8 on top of it with another d8 with a dread basher, or ambush. So 8 plus 4, that's a 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, it's still up at this point, but it's looking real rough. Ulvar, just a machine, just already aiming the next one. Arrow flying forward and slamming into this thing. That's Ulvar's turn. You doing anything else? Dev.
All right. Scorching Ray, 1 on the one bug that's left.
Okay.
2 on the thing above.
2 up top at the thing above, where it's just kind of wrapped in this little thing, and you see your sister. Give me 3 attack rolls.
All right. Damn. Okay, the best is a 12, and then there's a 10 and an 8.
Total?
Those are the 2 hits.
The 2 hits.
I rolled a 6, 4, and a 2 on the d20s.
Okay.
So my best is a 12 to hit, and that's the one that's on the bug.
That'll hit the bug.
Yeah.
The other 2 miss.
Yeah.
Those scorching rays just go.
That'll be 8 points of fire.
8 points of fire damage. Once again, this bug explodes. Simon, I need a dexterity saving throw, please.
I'm already covered in light goo.
Same.
That is a 22.
22. Yeah, you nimbly dodge out of the way of this thing, and the goo just kind of misses you. It's more of a pride thing at this point, as it goes. But the third bug has been destroyed. All right. That is Deb's turn. Simon.
Well, I can't reach the big one.
No, he is currently just flying in the air above this whole situation. Like, you would have to figure out some sort of way to traverse.
I can always try to bring it down to me.
You could, if the mountain doesn't go to. If you can, Muhammad can't go to the mountain.
I'll drive the mountain to me. So, I am also brightly luminescent.
You are.
And I'm going to be moving, hoping to draw its attention.
Okay. Where do you want to move?
That's an excellent question. I'm going to move closer to the water, so I'm moving past Trion and Deb, closer to the water.
Okay. You doing anything? You get close to the water.
As I take off, I'm cracking my whip against the ground.
Okay.
To try to draw its attention with sound and then light movement.
Okay. I don't know what this would be. I could argue that this would be a nature check. You're like trying to draw its attention. You're almost trying to aggro it in World of Warcraft terms.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Maybe an intimidation check. You're trying to front to this thing.
I am indeed attempting to front on a cloaker.
Yeah. Won't start nothing. Won't be nothing.
Except intimidation is not a skill I have. Because I have 7.
All right, but be aware too that I also allow you to substitute your strength to that as well, if that helps.
Let me rephrase it. I got a 7.
You got 7. Right. You crack the whip, but this thing is somewhat focused on Sarah for the time being until something comes.
Would you consider that my action, the intimidation?
I would consider that your bonus action. What do you have in mind?
I'd like to hold my action to attack the cloaker once it gets closer, and it's a free action. Sarah, over here!
You just see Simon like waving his hands like, anybody who's not fighting, get here quick! Like he's just waving his arms like saying, come over here. Alright? That's Simon's turn. Aelin.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
Okay, so the staff of bird sounds.
Yes.
Okay, so based on me using it previously, it summoned like a random owl that might have been nearby.
Correct.
So it only summons birds that are nearby.
Correct.
Never mind.
Okay.
Beautiful.
I had an idea.
You want to go full Gandalf on me? Like,
no.
come to me,
I mean,
yes.
Yes, but no. I wasn't going to attack. Okay, no, I'll tell you what I was going to do. I was going to summon some seagulls to have them spill water on my friends who are covered in this goo.
Seagulls? Okay, cool.
Like, that's what I was going to do, but if there's no seagulls nearby, that won't work.
Yes.
Well, yeah, because they have the big mouth.
You don't know if it would reach.
Yeah, okay. Got it. So with that, I'm going to summon Spiritual Weapon.
Spiritual Weapon is summoned. What does it look like?
Just a mass of rose vines pop up out of the ground and go as high as they need to.
Okay.
And they smack her real good.
Yeah, give me an attack roll.
They don't hit her so hard at all.
Everybody's worried about hitting Zara. Except for the cloaker.
That's
He's
it.
fine.
Yeah, because like, hold on.
That's my excuse.
I mean, it was a 13.
Okay. That does not hit.
That does not hit.
No,
Okay.
it does not.
So that was my bonus action.
All right.
So as my action,
You could do Sacred Flame, I'm just saying.
yeah, no, I could. Yeah, Sacred Flame.
All right. Give me a Sacred Flame.
Oh, Sacred Flame's a save on your end.
Oh, that is.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What does it say?
Dex of 14.
Dex of 14. It is going to make it save, unfortunately.
Hey guys, get near the water!
All right. That being said, Zarafina, things just got real bad real quick.
Yeah, and I'm not doing well at all. So it's a bonus action to use that greater healing, or that regular healing potion,
It is a bonus action to check a healing potion.
Yeah.
I just love the fact that you're doing it like snack break, like
Yeah,
up in the
no,
air.
but
So
if
I guess I
not,
can
the
just
second
say
I try to get away from this thing, I'm just going to die. Or go unconscious or something.
You can also disengage as your action and just move away from it too.
Yeah, I'm still worried that if it comes after me...
I get it.
I have 4 hit points left.
Has 4. Yeah, go ahead and
yeah.
you chug that healing potion.
And with the way I'm rolling, it's 2d4 plus 4, right? 4.
So 5, 9 points.
9 points of
Yay.
healing back. All right.
That's more than I
Okay.
could have given you with healing words,
Yay.
so that's fine.
All right. So crap. So I am still gonna get an attack of opportunity if I move.
Unless you use your action to take the disengage thing and then fly away
Oh,
home.
because bonus action. Okay, so yeah, I am gonna use my action to do that.
Okay, you use your action to disengage.
And
Good.
go towards Simon.
Okay, you start flying towards the water and it's just a
I'm
diagonal
gonna
arc.
say, I gave you a chance. We didn't want to kill you. Sorry.
All right. Okay. Zerafino flies over there to the water. This thing is going to fly over each of the group and sort of look down at it. And as it does, it's going to let loose this guttural, terrifying moan. The moan reverberates around the cabin and it just gets into your ear. All of you instinctively reach both of your hands up and cup your ears in order to try to stop the sound from permeating you. I need a wisdom save from everybody here, please.
Oh.
13.
13 just makes it.
Yes.
You fail the save.
24.
24, you make the save.
This many.
5. If anybody has any specific things that help
Wait,
you...
you have the secondary inspiration that somebody gave you. For
You do?
Indigo Gmod, that
It's
would
a
be a
+2.
7.
The only one who doesn't have inspiration right now is Elatrion. If anybody wants to burn it for this, now might be a good time.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I'll burn mine.
You're burning yours down.
Yeah. Nat 20.
Yeah.
Okay,
That is going to be
I'll
a
let it
5th.
fall.
14.
So I'm okay now.
14 makes it.
Can I? Okay, makes it.
Yeah, 14 just makes it.
I was not scared for a minute.
Who
Thank you.
was blessed?
13.
It was me.
Yeah, I forgot about that. So it was actually
Elatrion, Aelin, and Zerafina get a +4 to all of their saves because they are
You got a
Oh.
D4.
a D4.
13. 16.
You make the save.
Ah!
All right. You also get that to attack rolls, if any attack rolls.
Yeah, I
miss.
haven't
All right.
attacked yet.
Cool. So no one is affected by this.
I rolled a 5.
Oh, you are definitely
I am
affected by
affected.
this. Like,
It is.
Elatrion is having a bad day. So Elatrion, you are currently frightened by this thing. Okay. You are at disadvantage on any ability checks and attack rolls while the fear is within line of sight, and you can't move closer to this beastie when it gets close.
Great.
All right. You're gonna have a bad time.
Yep, I'm super excited about this. Very bad time.
All right. You also cannot be frightened of this thing for the rest of your time here in the cave. Those of you that made your save. All right. So this thing
Good to know.
doesn't really have any effect on you. All right.
Is it within strike distance of me now for my held action?
I will say it hasn't moved, like it's hovering over the group.
Got it.
But with its turn, it's going to head up, shoot up back towards the ceiling, and its wings are going to fold up, and there is a moment where it just sort of attaches to the ceiling.
Would you say almost like cocoons to some degree?
Kind of.
Or
You can't tell where it is anymore.
With 90 feet of dark vision?
Even with 90 feet of dark vision. Indigo Gmail just gave 100 bits to Elatrion, 100 to Simon, and 100 to Aelin. Thank you, Indigo Gmail. You're helping out as best you can. You all have a +1 to your rolls for 100 bits, okay? So there you go. That you can add to any time when you need it. All right. That's gonna be the cloaker's turn. So it's up on the ceiling.
Got it.
Elatrion.
Cool. I'm gonna try and pull my crossbow and shoot at it.
Okay, shoot at it. Give me an attack roll. I think everybody in the cast is getting a +1 from Indigo Gmail. She's just donating bits. So give me an attack roll with disadvantage, please.
They're both gonna be 26. I rolled the same thing for both.
26.
Oh, I'm sorry. They're both gonna be 30s.
At disadvantage?
I rolled
Same
19s.
number twice.
I rolled 19s plus my D4.
Oh.
Which was a 4.
All right, yeah.
Well,
Even with that.
He ain't that scared.
So the problem is you point towards the ceiling, and it's hard to determine where this thing is. But I'll say this: even with a roll that high, I gotta give it to you. So go ahead and roll damage for me.
5.
5.
Yeah.
But 2 hit was great, though.
It lets out a guttural scream, but I'm going to say this. You fought through your fear. You can't tell where this thing is, but you can track the crossbow bolt that is sticking out of a part of the cave wall. All right?
Cool. We're going to action surge to try again.
Okay.
Sit 19.
19 to hit.
Yeah.
Man, you're rolling hot. Yeah. A 19. I'm gonna +4. 19 is what you need, especially with it where it's hidden and stuff like that. Where the crossbow bolt is. Give me another damage roll.
It's gonna be 9.
9. All right. 14 total. Got it.
And then we're gonna do 1 more from Marcus.
All right.
Marcus is not afraid, but it's also really hard to see that thing.
Does Marcus get ranged attacks?
You are correct. I checked that earlier too. Never mind. Anyway,
it's alright. I still love you. There's that's Alatrion's turn. Uvar.
I'm trying to figure out whether or not he would have noticed this bolt going up towards the ceiling, or if he's more concerned about the people in the party.
Up to you, man. You live your truth. Go, Uvar. It's your birthday. You're gonna kill things like it's your birthday.
Then, no, I would have watched where the bolt went, because that's makes
You're a
more
hunter.
sense.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
then, yeah, absolutely, yeah. Going forward.
Give me an attack roll.
Okay. That is going to be a.
It's still harder to hit than it was before.
No,
but
absolutely.
You know where the bolt is.
No, sure. That is going to be a 17 to hit.
17, unfortunately.
Can I add my +2?
That will hit. A 19 hits. Way
Thank
to
you,
go, way to go,
Gmo.
Gmo. Yeah. Hi, Sainty Love. Thanks for popping in. We're happy to have you.
So then that, and because that hits, now Dread Ambush is that. It reads like it's for every subsequent attack.
This is Gloomstalker.
Yes.
Okay.
So that it says like at the start of Edge. Let me get to it. If you take the attack action, you can make one additional weapons attack that deals an extra 1d8 of damage on the of the weapon's damage type on a hit. So if I hit it, does that mean I can do another one?
At the start of your first turn
Or is
of
that
each
only the
combat, at the start of your first turn, your walking speed increases if you take the attack. So it's your first turn on each combat.
Sure.
You've already had your first turn.
No problem.
Of each combat.
No problem.
If you take the attack action, make one additional. So I'm gonna rule no.
That's
and unless my other DMs here at the table, what do you think? Does this mean every subsequent?
If it's an ambush, it's going to be at the top of the.
It's going to be at the top, right?
Perfect.
That's why you get the
No
bonus
problem.
to your initiative as well.
Okay, no problem.
All right.
So then that is going to be 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. Doesn't look happy. Doesn't look happy.
It attacks my friends. So that's all I got right now.
Okay, that's your turn. With that, Dev.
All right, so I can see the thing or see where it's at, or
You can
no?
kind of see where it's at.
Okay, Chaos Bolt then.
Chaos Bolt. Give me an attack roll.
Oh, man.
It's an 11.
That's gonna miss.
Yeah,
Man. You're actually gonna hit a chunk of the ceiling
That's fine.
bring a little bit of rock debris down. It's not enough to cause any alarm or anything, but you are beneath a temple.
That's fine.
Yeah. So the temple shakes a little bit. You know the ceiling. So all right.
Do I have to wait for my turn?
That's it.
That's
To say something?
That's Dev's turn. Simon, your turn.
I've got no ranged attacks that can hit it, so I'm just going to hold my action until it comes down.
Hold your action until it comes down. All right. That's Simon's turn. Aelin.
Can I see the bolt?
Yeah.
I can see the bolt that he.
I would say that you were able to see the bolt. It's still hard to see this thing.
Right, but I can see the bolt.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna cast Spike Growth on the ceiling where I see the bolt.
Okay, tell me about spike growth.
So, the ground in a 20-foot radius centered on a point within range twists and sprouts hard spikes and thorns.
What is the range?
150 feet.
All right. You're gonna shoot spikes out of the ceiling. We're gonna play a little fast and loose with it because it's the ground, but I like where your head's at. So you just shoot.
Tree.
Yeah.
Yeah. My goal is to make spikes appear to sprout out from underneath it, When a creature is within that space, they get 2d4 piercing damage.
All right, give me 2d4 piercing damage.
Did I read that wrong? You're making a face.
When a creature moves into or within the area.
Oh, okay. So me just casting it there wouldn't cause damage?
It's up to you.
I'm asking. Like, I haven't had this spell before.
I'm going to say it takes it.
Okay.
Okay, because you were essentially. I can't imagine like spikes like popping up out of the ground and you being like stop, like that's gonna hurt.
Because my goal was, I mean, yes, I'm glad to give it damage, but mostly I just wanted to dislodge it from the ceiling.
Right. Okay. Perfect.
I would like you to get down here now.
4, 5, 6, 7 points.
7 points
of piercing damage.
Got it. That's your action. You doing anything with your bonus action?
My spiritual weapon's going to take another swing.
Okay. Your spiritual weapon, it's not concentration, correct?
No, it's not.
All right.
22 to hit.
22 hits. This thing is dislodged from the ceiling. Whatever bonuses it had, being able hard to see it, are gone.
And it 5 points of whatever damage that one does. Radiant?
5 points of radiant damage.
Yeah, sure. Great. That sounds good. Radiant.
Is that your turn?
And I'm gonna run over next to Simon.
Okay, you're running over next to Simon. Got it.
Well, actually, more next to Zara.
Okay, you're over where Zara is.
Yeah.
Got it.
Because she was going down next to Simon last I heard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Zara, your turn.
All right. Well, this thing's hit me really hard, and I'm a warlock, and I haven't used Eldritch Blast yet, so it's about time, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. So
It's weird, yes.
that's what we're gonna do, maybe, because I'm gonna try rolling this one now. Okay. Oh, but I get a D4 to attack.
You do.
Yeah. Okay, because that was a 6 on the die. Plus, what is that? That is I can't read it. It's 3. Okay, so it's 12, 13, 14, 15.
15 barely hits.
Wow. Okay. And that would be 9 points.
9 points. Okay. You doing anything else?
No.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Okay.
I can heal you next round.
Cloaker. The cloaker floating in the air is going to bring forth its wings around it. And when it does, it's then going to outstretch its wings. And when it does, 2 more cloakers are going to appear in the space. One on the left, one on the right. All of them floating at the same speed, and then they are going to use their flying speed to fly down towards Ulvar as fast as they possibly can, like dropping towards the ground and flying fairly fast at this thing. So Ulvar, one of these cloakers, they're all going to surround you at this point. And then you're going to start to feel one of them start to try to bite you. Okay? Let's see. Yes.
Are they within 10 feet of me?
They were, but then you moved to the water.
Ulvar is literally next to me. If
No,
they're
Ulvar backed up 30 feet back in order to take
no,
pot
that's
shots
Aelin,
at
my
it.
bad,
That's
I couldn't see
Aelin.
from
Aelin moved close to you, Zara moved close to you. Ulvar separated himself from the party.
Not all elves look alike, okay?
Dude,
Wow. Wow. Blame it on your eyes. Thanks, buddy.
Hey, Ulvar.
You like apples? Hey, you like dumb apples. 18 to hit, Ulvar.
Yes. I'm sorry?
18 to hit.
Yeah.
That hits?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
All right. Oh, man. You know that thing of like sometimes when it's somebody's birthday, they make death saving throws? Okay,
listening.
so here's the bad news.
What?
This thing latches onto you at the shoulders. You feel like one sort of big sharp tooth cut in right below the shoulder here, and one here, as the 3 of these cloakers all sort of surround Ulvar. Ulvar, you take 10 points of piercing damage. As this thing attaches to your head, okay, you are blind, and as this thing wraps around your head, you are unable to breathe.
Okay.
Okay?
So this thing is attached to Ulvar bad. Okay. You can attempt a turn to rip this thing off of your head.
Ouch.
When it's your turn.
On my turn.
Okay. That is the cloaker's turn. They're just sort of wrapping around Ulvar at this point. The three of them wrapping around. Let's go back to the top of the initiative order with Elatrium.
How far is Ulvar?
From you, 5, 10, 15, 20 feet.
Cool. I will close that gap and use the help action for when he tries to pull it off.
Okay. You reach forward. I need you to give me... I need you to give me a D8.
6.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say you go up to Ulvar and you're like, whatever you try to do, just try to rip this thing off. Like you've got this, and you're prepared. You're hunkered down. That is Elatrion's turn. I just lost my page. Who's up after Elatrion?
Me.
All right.
I'm standing, and these insects assaulted.
They are not insects. They're almost like demonic bats.
So these demonic bats had assaulted.
These demonic bats have assaulted.
Okay.
You are blind. You can't see. This thing is wrapped around your face and biting into you. Real bad.
I'm going to recall when I first got the marks on my eye.
Okay.
And Ulvar's going to hit the ground, putting his bow before him.
Okay.
And he's going to reach out to Moradin for help.
Okay.
And that'll be his turn.
Are you reaching out to Moradin for help, or are you reaching out to Moradin for help?
For help. I'm not sure if it was the exact help that was offered, but he's going to put faith that I have done all that I can in this moment. I need help. Like,
are you using the thing?
Yes.
Okay. Great. So you go to help him. Like, you extend an arm outward, and you're like, dude, I've got you, I'm going to help. And instead, this is what happens. Ulvar hits his knees with these three things surrounding him and biting into his shoulders. And you see him, amidst this mass, hyperventilating. As he's hearkening back to this time where his face was scarred, and he's hearkening back to this time, and then all of a sudden, the hyperventilating stops. And Ulvar, wrapped around this thing, goes real quiet and calm. And there's a sharp intake of breath where you all are worried that Ulvar just died in front of you. That this thing got a hold of him and he wasn't able to do it. And then as Ulvar takes a deep breath in, he breathes outward, and there is an explosion of light, followed by the clanging of metal on metal, as if someone has taken a hammer and just hit an anvil sharply. There is a clang, and the two duplicates of this cloaker immediately vanish. The cloaker is blasted outward and slams against the backward wall with this flash of light. It is propelled away with him with such force. Where imposed over Ulvar's form is Ulvar kneeling and a individual standing behind him, bathed in light, hand on his shoulder with a hammer over the other, basically holding on to Ulvar's shoulder. And as Ulvar opens his eyes, that image of light vanishes, all right? As this cloaker slams into the back wall. You're using it? I'll do this. It slams into the back wall right next to where Simon, Aelin, and Zeraphina are, and it is knocked prone. As it's slammed into the wall and just hits the wall and hits the ground, and it's just rolling around as if it is momentarily blinded by the dramatic light that has just blasted it towards the wall. All right? All right, who's up next? Yep.
If it's prone, are attacks at advantage?
Melee attacks are. Ranged attacks are at disadvantage.
Oh.
Jump
How close am I?
I'm really sorry about that.
How close am I to this thing?
You are 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 feet away?
Great. Melee. Does that mean like weapon attacks, or does that mean
spell attacks that are touch based would also be at advantage as you're just kind of getting up close and personal with
I'll
it?
do
but,
that
like,
then. I will go the 30 feet to be right next to it.
35 feet.
35. Well, I'm not going to stand on it unless I need that. Unless I need that
right.
extra 5.
You go wee, and you go running
you get
over
extra
towards
damage
it.
if you stand on it.
And shocking grasp.
Shocking grasp. Give me an attack roll at advantage.
22 to hit.
22 hits. Full damage.
3 lightning.
3 points of lightning damage. Got it. Boom, boom. All right. Are you doing anything else with your turn?
What do I have left? Bonus action?
You got a bonus action left.
I actually have. Oh no, it was I used a cantrip, so never mind. I cannot do that.
Okay. No, you're good. That is Dev's turn. Next.
Okay. So, just gonna make sure I have this on me before I start doing something crazy and fun. Oh, I do. Good. It's prone.
It's prone.
I would like to take the 50 feet of hempen rope I have and attempt to bind this thing up.
Thought you guys forgot. Yeah. Okay. This thing is prone on the ground. This is going to take a strength check at this point. As you,
Can I give him guidance?
I'm next in initiative. Can I help?
I'll say with your turn, you are able to take the rope out. You will be able to cast guidance if you're using your turn to cast guidance on that, and he's helping.
Let me tell you about the square knot.
Seraphina backseat drives, and it just basically over your shoulder. Do you accept the guidance?
Begrudgingly.
It's a square, not a square.
Can I put my hand back over her mouth and cast healing?
As you put your hand back, she just slowly floats above you to look over
Okay,
the
so I
sea.
don't heal her. That's cool. Continue.
Right over left and under, and then left over right and under.
Give me. This scene is gorgeous. This would be yes.
Oh, yeah,
With
baby.
the help, what'd you get?
Nat.
Nat 20. With all of the help.
Help.
Congratulations. The cloaker is wrapped in rope.
Yeah.
You are all out of initiative order.
Oof.
I'm gonna nudge Marcus and point at Wolvar and go, why can't you do that? And then I'm gonna walk my way into the water to
And before he disappears, he like motions you forward. He like he like wants you to get close, and he puts a hand on your shoulder, and he goes and disappears.
The only reason this thing is not going to be turned into a fancy cloak is because we get more if it's alive.
I'm gonna wash this off.
I'm drinking the pond water.
Wait, you said the pond water?
You go over to the whole like
Cool, bro.
the collection of water, and you what are you using? You're just dipping your hands in?
Yeah.
Yeah. You dip your hands in and take a sip. Go ahead and roll me a d4.
I'm putting my body into that water.
My body lies over the water.
That's a 4.
Okay. A d4. So yeah, you actually recover 4 hit points.
I was not hit at all.
You were not hit at all.
I was not attacked this
Yes,
whole.
Lars,
Alright.
awesome.
It's crystal clear. It's that ice cold. This is how I was going to describe this water, and I hope you all can understand this. No. 2 a.m. when you wake up super thirsty, and you go and you get that cold water, and it is somehow the best water you've ever had in your entire life.
Yeah.
That's what this water tastes like. All right.
Nice.
And as you take a sip of it, you look over and Elashrion's like, he's just full on in the water.
Just like washing it off.
Washing the goo off in the water. Some of that bioluminescent washes off in the water. Anybody else doing anything in this area?
Aelin would go over to the remnants of the 3 bugs, like the exploded bugs, and just take off his crown and pray over each of them for a minute.
Yeah. As you pray over the bugs, there's a slow sort of sinking into the dirt around the area.
And you said the moss is bioluminescent, or at least the fungi?
The fungi is.
Okay. So Ulver's going to go over after he stands up, gives himself a respectful minute, He's gonna stand up and he's gonna grab some of the fungus and that spirulinescent and he's gonna put it in his pouch.
Okay. Yeah, you take.
Go ahead.
Would you let him?
Oh no, I would let him do that, but I would also like go to Zara. You need
Well, getting ready to leave.
Good.
Honey, I'll
Would you like to spell slot?
Sorry, my hand is over here
Would you
now.
give me a hand carrying this thing?
Sure.
Don't care.
You help? You
Yeah.
carry it upstairs. Are you helping too?
Can I fill my water skins with this water?
God. Yes, you can fill your water skins with this water.
I'm doing that.
You fill 2 water skins with the holy water of like the essentially holy water.
Yeah.
So go ahead and mark down 2 flasks of holy water.
All right.
That's
Yeah.
I only have the 1 water skin, so I'll just mark down 1.
All right. You head upstairs.
As
Carrying.
we're going, I'm gonna look at these two and be like, so do we want to talk about what all this light and this what happened?
I'm a little confused myself.
Have I seen this happen before?
No.
No.
No, this is
Okay.
brand new.
Yeah. What was that?
I don't know exactly. Still, we should find Lux, tell him, whack, that this thing is still causing problems.
You talk to ghosts?
I mean, I don't think he's a. Yeah, actually, I suppose I do.
Was that your friend from the roof?
It was.
Oh.
You have a friend on the roof?
Well, not anymore. I sat next to him and he was all spectral and stuff.
Yeah.
You probably should have let us know. He might join us in the middle of a battle.
Well, I didn't know that was how that was going to work.
You didn't ask him to show up, he just did?
Well, I did ask him, I just didn't know he was actually going to show up.
Oh, okay.
That's not ever really happened before. Yeah. I'm gonna need a drink before we talk about this.
You all had a.
Aelin pulls out a wineskin.
I'm listening.
Just like my hands are full.
Okay.
You all head upstairs, and you would have the cloaker in tow. And we are going to end this episode with you bringing the cloaker, carrying it up the stairs, and seeing your friend from the church who is talking with an individual who has their back to you, and then all of a sudden turns and looks and points at you all as the red-skinned tiefling is going to turn around, look at where Dev is, and give a big devilish smile and take a few steps towards where you are. That is where we are going to end tonight's episode.
Nice.
You all are somewhat richer. You've made some goblin-y friends, and you completed your first hunt. Congratulations! You're on your way to joining the Hunters Guild, should you so choose. And holy crap, Ulvar manifested a god at one point.
Yeah, that's going to be a
We got to talk about that.
Yeah.
So we're going to go raid another channel real quick and share the D&D love with them. We're going to go visit Longshot RPG. Nice. We love you guys. See you soon. Indigo Connect. And thanks for wandering with us. We'll see you soon.